day, it's always the wrong way. I'm looking for the truth, screaming from the roof. Here comes the blizzard, full of facts from the wizard. Tell me if you heard, that's the wizard's word. You listen and subscribe, got the perfect vibe. It's going worldwide, that's the wizard's words. Just word.
I've got it, so I might as well play it, and guys, you know what I mean? How you all doing? Oh, Cara's on the Earl Grey. I'm on the Nescafe, no expense spared. Nescafe. Hope you're all well, living the dream. I see Drew's getting his coffee, got my coffee. Oh, happy day. He's got his lunch and a coffee. Oh, he's only going to be eating his sarnies while having a brew or listening to a Wiz & Co. Oh, happy days. So it's all good. But what we got? Yeah, I see what you're saying, Ben. Ben, up the cherries. There's been some updates, this, that, and everything else. But I mean, what you said, we're Paul Fort still valid. It's good. We should be waiting. We've got the fashionably late Guardian Mo. It's Monday with Mo, and he's fashionably late. He's been emailed the link. And we may also have Dr. Craig Walton, who's from the College of Advanced UK. So he should be here, and we can all discuss. And then we'll go through all that, and then we're going to go through the Paul Thorpe and Ben Habib video, see what he said. And obviously, we're going to stop and start that video as we go, and we can all talk about it. So, yeah, it's... But that's basically it, Phil. Yes, it is. It's all going. It's up, mate. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, but what can we do? What can we do? So, this should be a treat indeed. Peace Para. I'll use your name, Peace Para, as it's up there rather than your actual name, even though you were up on screen yesterday, sir. I've got your emails. Thank you very much. I've read a couple, but I've got to read the other two. But very interesting information. I do like that sort of stuff, so it's all good. Happy days. Ben, unfortunately for us, is not lying over the weekend, but cannot tell the whole truth. He has been let down immensely and now has to try and say the right thing, although he knows the dream is over. I don't think the advanced dream is over, mate, personally. I see Richie and Rogue done their little bit, saying what they said, like they do. But yeah, I don't know really what to make of that. I don't know Richie and Rogue personally. I'm about half an hour into their video because obviously I watched Guardian Mo's interview this morning with Craig Walton rather than do what I should have been doing. I was like, no, I need to watch it. So it's all happy days, but it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, it is another day, another poo show. Another poo show. It's another. I just realised we screen a bit massive there, wasn't I? I was like, oh, that's too big. Oh, happy days. So yeah, we're still waiting for Guardian Mo and possibly Dr. Craig Walton. We do have some seriously massive faced monkey coming up in about 2 seconds. It's a massive one. It's a huge monkey face. So get ready for
It's me, really. Ready for my jollies tomorrow. You all right?
Oh, that was funny. Yeah. What's going on with Guardian Mo? Is he being fashionably late?
I don't know. He's probably still dealing with all the trolls he had in his. They're probably still dealing with all the trolls he had in his stream this morning. I didn't even listen to any of the interview because I were trying to answer trolls. I thought they were all being, honest with their questions and answers, and then they just turned out to be trolls. There you go. So what I tell them.
Yeah. Yep.
For the Irish in the crowd tonight. There you go. All right.
Yeah, got it all going on. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Peace Power. Because we got Craig Walton and Guardian Mo should be here. They're being fashionably late, like they do. Yeah, we'll be going through the video and that. I don't know how long Craig Walton's got to be with us if he comes with us. But yeah, definitely, mate. As and when I'll put the link up.
Mo will be looking for Monster Munch, I think, in shop.
Like he does.
Yeah, it did
Like
say
he
that.
does.
Some
Advance and UK Ben supporter. It was truly broken me this weekend. I'm gutted for Ben and Paul and Richard and all of us. I know it's just mental. Absolutely mental. Yeah, I'm talking with Paul Thorpe actually. Yeah, puts his heart on his sleeve, says it the way it is, no messing about. So yeah, I agree, Philip. I actually enjoyed doing it myself actually, to be fair. And yeah, it's nearly 10,000 views on that one. So all happy days.
Everybody enjoyed it then.
Speaking of trolls, I've arrived.
Hi, Mark.
The Wales situation or something else happened. That's what I was watching, the Richard Rogue bit. I'm only about half hour in though, so Slim's in the house, giving the kisses. What Richard Rogue said, are they no longer Advanced UK supporters? I'm only half hour in. They're just saying about the issues where they sort of got blanked and they got they at the back end of it. It was like they got stopped. There was a woman, I think, doing emails, Caroline, and she got sacked, sending out an email, even though she was supposed to be emailing people. I think Richard Rogue was sort of getting ignored, I suppose is the word. Then they got sort of suspended from getting to see all the supporters and everything on the actual database or something. And obviously Richard Rogue paid themselves to do their own tour, to do their own presentations of Advance in and around Wales, and I've got a feeling that they're just literally giving their experience. So it's not a case of what they're saying. Oh, is it true? Is it false? They're giving their actual experience of what they've done, how they've done it. And Richie did explicitly say Ben Habib is a great guy, no issue with him. But he said the management at the top was weak. He was being ignored. And yeah, so, but like I said, I'm only half hour into about an hour video. So, how you doing, Mr. Mo?
Hey, mate. Hey, Gorilla.
See no evil. Speak no evil. Hear no evil.
Right. Hope I'm not too late. Do you know what I've been doing? I was munching on some pancakes just now. So I did some munching before coming on here.
That's what you were. We thought you were out buying crisps, some Monster Munch, trying to track some down.
I've made me coffee.
I got some. I got some munchies. Cool. Yeah, I got some munchies.
Yeah.
I should have had my T-shirt and mug by now from Advance. It was due by 12:36, and it's still not here.
Well, they'll probably ring up when you're in stream. Then, Wiz, we'll be left to control everything. I'll leave the monkey in control. All right.
No, maybe
might do a better job.
Maybe the delivery driver's an Advanced supporter as well, and he's stolen your shit. He's worn it for himself.
Yeah, might be a lefty as burnt it. Who knows?
Could be a lefty as burnt it. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched your stream and that, and I did email Craig this morning with you and Richard. I'd done the BCC and got you all in it. So I said if you're about.
How did you send it to him, by email or X?
I was at it in
email.
By email.
I'll send it to him via X right now because I don't know. I don't know which platforms he's available.
Yeah, it's in from all sides. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I have got him on X. Yeah, I need him to follow me, actually. I followed him. He didn't follow me back. I was like, you little weasel. You little weasel. I can't stand that. Like, unfollow. But, yeah, it's all good. But, yeah, if you can get hold of me any which way, mate, do that. Because I emailed all of you this morning with the link. Yeah. I was going to put in it, Mo, if you've got another way to get hold of him, because obviously the way you've just spoke to him, I thought I'll leave it to you to sort of get hold of him and that. So,
yeah, I've sent it him just now on X. I've sent it.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I've not been on X yet, actually. I was on it this morning, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So, yeah, that was a good interview you had with him there, mate. I enjoyed that. Sat there and watched all of that.
No, it was a good chat. It was a good. I found out him and we had a lot in common. Like as young people, like his project setting up Advanced UK Future, I think it's brilliant. But that's why I wanted to bring him onto the streams, because he has such a different perspective on Restore. Well, not really different. It's just a different outlook on Restore Britain. And I'm already seeing all sorts of opinions, and I'm start, you know, Restore is kind of growing on me as well, but it needs to retain the college. Like I can't compromise on that. That college is essential, isn't it?
100%. Grace,
if you need
politics, I don't think Rupert will even respond to Ben. I suspect that Restore is and will remain set up like Reform dictatorship.
Yeah, don't know. Right, so Howard Cox apparently came up with an idea, which was he iterated it in the morning. He brought it out in the morning. I think it was me who iterated it on this channel in the afternoon. Without even, I've never even watched any Howard Cox's things, so you know, it just shows that we're all brilliant in the college, because he's come up with an idea of making a kind of proxy party, if you like, of Advance UK, which is what I mentioned yesterday. Do you remember? Keep Advance as it is, and then just tack Advance UK onto the side of Restore Britain. And apparently Howard Cox came up with the same notion in the morning, and then Paul reiterated it on his evening stream with Richard Inman later that day. That you were watching some of it. Whereas I don't know if rugby were on or not. Rugby might have been on. I don't know. But yeah, I was trying to at you in on certain places, and you just. But I did WhatsApp you, and you did reappear. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. But I did try and get my word across to Candid with Lubna, but it's like a madman shouting in the marketplace, which is my common way of putting how it is on massive
Mark's
streets.
like your hat.
It's a bucket hat, but it is moldable into different hats. I can make a bowler hat out of it, not with my headphones on. I can make a bowler hat. I can make a what's his name? Looks like where's that kind of hat? Irish guy. I've not seen him for a while. Yeah, I can make it into like a kind of trilby where it's just tilted up at the back. I love this hat. It's my daft hat. I love it. It's an Alessi and all, and it's like a fingerprint looks. It's been tie-dyed by the factory. Yeah, it's the only thing I ever bought that were a designer thing. It were £8.99 in like 1985-ish. I've had this for some years. Not very often I bring it out, but because I'm going on holiday tomorrow, as it says, if you put my name up, you'll see it in my tagline bit. I'm no longer the face.
When I take that off.
Just in case I didn't mention it in the past.
How does your dodgy little like cheap, Poundland hat get more attention than my quality wizard beanie?
Because
what's all that about?
Because it's got look at that line there. I can even turn it inside out, and it's a blue hat. I don't know why, because it's cool.
Pretty blue hat.
It's 5 different hats in one, mate.
Blank Faces. Blank Faces has a YouTube channel too. Hi, all wizard guests. Bonjour, namaste, welcome. Yeah, just trying to make out that I'm bilingual when I'm not really. But hey,
so you can rave in this hat. You can rave in this hat. This is from them days, 2000s. Yeah, 2005. This is the face of Kevin and Perry. All I want to do is do it. Big go. All I want to do is do it. Big go. Big fish.
Yeah, that's what Richard was saying this morning, actually. I've not seen all of Richard's morning breakfast show either. That's about an hour, about 20 minutes or so.
I started watching it.
He's right.
I started watching it. Yeah,
right.
Connor Tomlinson is a bit of a. He's like in the ear of Rupert Lowe, isn't he? Apparently.
Not necessarily. It's not just Connor. It's other people as well. But I'd rather not, gossip about names and stuff. Bring up people's names. But still, the thing that I read out yesterday, that was pretty shocking. From obviously now people know it's Connor. But seriously, you need a democratic structure. Like, what happens if Rupert Lowe just disappears or something untoward happens to him? Like, he ends up in hospital. I'm not wishing that it happens, but how will you reshuffle the leadership? Who's going to be in charge, and can you trust that person who's in charge?
Yeah, it's just something about Rupert Lowe at the moment. I'm still like I said to you before, I'm on the fence and all that with it. It's just, it all seems a bit weird. And the fact he hasn't even come out and said anything, nothing at all.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Well,
it's
aren't
annoying
they getting,
as well because we're waiting.
Aren't they getting around the table on like midweek or something? Within a week, they're getting around the table. From what I got from, I think it was Paul Thorpe yesterday. I watched so much of the internet; it's unreal. Yeah.
But you think he would have said something, Rupert, by now? Even like just said, "Oh yeah, I'm talking to Ben next week. Oh, I'll be talking the next 10 days, next 2 weeks." He hadn't said nothing. It's all about Rupert Lowe and his power and his ego and his little dictatorship party. That's why. Well, apparently your chimp is the stuff of nightmares, mate.
Don't care.
Studying Mo, I'm halfway through your
me regularly.
I'm good so far. I'll finish watching it after this. There you go. Oh, we've done a runner. We've done a runner.
It's probably out of crisps.
That was a bit rat. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? He didn't say a word. He literally just went boom.
Gone. Yeah.
Do you reckon it's gas and his electric cut off?
Who knows? It could be anything nowadays, couldn't it?
Does anyone else think that Electric Doc is the character Eddie?
Eddie?
There he is.
Which Eddie is that?
Wizard magic, mate. He's doing magic thing. Disappearing acts.
Out of Ed and Eddie, or Eddie from what's it? Eddie from what else? Don't know.
Carl wrote, yes, Carl was there watching your interview this morning as well, because I spoke to her in the chat.
Thanks, Carl. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Getting through all the bits and bobs there. I know they're all saying hi to each other, so we're going to keep putting them up.
Yes. Excuse me.
That's what I got. That's what I got labelled yesterday, Mo. When you was up, they said, "Oh, yes, thank you very much to Wiz, Mo, and
like,
friend."
Good afternoon,
wow.
Wiz. Good afternoon.
I'm getting the treatment this time.
Wow.
Thanks for that.
I've got the receipts. I've got the receipts. I know who sent the first email out to you to say, "Come and join us."
It's like, hello everyone. Oh, all right, Mo. cheeky.
And munching Mo's. I got the munchies today.
She laugh. She's got a name like Night Nikki, and she's here talking during the day.
In the afternoon, hour round in the morning. That's unheard of. Cracker sparrows, 10 o'clock this morning. I was up ready and tried to listen to what Mo did with his interview, but then I was just trying to answer people in chat, and it turned out just to be some kind of troll whose only issue with the college ended up being, I just don't like it being called the college. I think it sounds like a load of students.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Was it the guy, the gym guy?
Yeah,
the guy with the dog in his. Yeah, that's. Well, he's a bit of a long
troll.
Yeah. He's been on my channel for quite a while now.
Yeah,
he's a bit. He's iffy about everything.
Yeah. So if you want to mod on your channel to mod them kind of chats, I'm here, Mo, if you want me.
Sure, yeah. I mean,
then
I'd be happy to do it.
I was trying to post him a link, you see, to Advanced UK's college structure, and I seen it go up off screen, but then I think it just disappeared because like Autobot would have grabbed it and just thought, "Oh, that's
yeah." I'd be happy to, but I wasn't like when it was live. I was out of the house, so yeah.
I've got you.
I just came back home and then left the.
Yeah, you were right, getting your monster munch, weren't you, mate? It's all right.
That's it.
So you could be punctual to this show.
Yeah, right. You finished talking crap. Good. Danny's rated the Wizard's Words channel. Look, he's going at 100%. It might be Guardian Mo's channel as well. Who knows? But where are we?
Well, I'm catching up to you very soon. Very soon.
Well, you're doing very well.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that little joke that you gave at the end. I can't remember the exact joke, but I do remember it. I'm a belly laugh at it.
Yeah, a bit of banter,
the monkey's mouth. The monkey's mouth became quite animated.
Son of a tool maker. Like, I mean, you need humor nowadays. You need humor to make fun of Starmer.
Yeah,
like this guy's a joke at this point. Making fun of him's fun. It's good fun.
I've not heard anything about Northern Ireland. Have you? With regards Ali Bo saying, we still good for?
Well, no. Rupert's made a few snippets about Northern Ireland. He's been a bit on and off about NI, but he doesn't make any explicit statement as to his strategy in NI because their whole electoral system's completely different from ours. Even though they're part of It should be part of the UK, but because of Boris Johnson, I'm afraid not. But yeah, it's just.
And Farage weren't around to, you know, give Boris Johnson any guidance, was he? He buggered off and to do something else. Yeah, in America, from what I know, I think it was you who told me that, Mo. America, and that's where he was. Gone again.
Can we unite the right? I think we will, because people like me are a bit slow on the uptake. There's just something about Rupert Lowe, like, don't sit right at the moment. I need to sort of do more, and I've looked into him and that, and his history, and blah blah blah. And
good, yeah.
He's not exactly. He comes across as not a very nice person behind the camera. In front of the camera, he's all, oh yeah, I'll tell people what they want to hear.
It's not only that. Advanced UK is more Advanced UK is more approachable as well, you know, through the college and that, and the college keeps the upper echelons in order, you know what I mean? And then the college keeps themselves in order, along with those members keeping the college in order, you know, because they all know that they can get voted out. Yeah.
Well, some people have commented that Rupert, like, he was part of the Tory party years ago, and he couldn't get his way through it. People weren't listening to him, so he moved over to Reform. And then, whilst in Reform, people have commented that he's not a team player. He wants things his way, and that's why Nigel Farage kicked him out. So, could that be a pattern? You know, a behavioural pattern? Maybe. It's a bit of a stretch. Could be.
It was a lawyer, Jacqueline Perry KC. She was the one that actually looked into him with Reform, and she actually found credible evidence that basically mistreated 2 female team members, I think it was, like harassment. And she looked into it and came out with evidence of victimization, discriminatory behavior, and constant criticisms, and that's excluding the basic what's it called, Zia Yusuf, the physical violent threat. So there's something going on there behind the scenes about him. I mean, I don't know him and blah blah blah, but there's something going on there that gets me up the wrong way. So, but we've not heard nothing like that ever about Ben. Never.
Yeah, that's true. But you know, I mean, you've got to remember that the mainstream media were after Rupert Lowe because Rupert Lowe was so nationalist within his.
Yeah, but he
was kind of the black sheep.
A lawyer.
Yeah, they were black sheep. Yeah, and Wiz, the only thing that happened with Rupert Lowe regarding that Zia Yusuf's case, abuse case, was that Rupert Lowe just said no comment. I don't want to comment on this. It's ridiculous. He not no comment. He said, I didn't do this, basically, but in bigger words that I can't remember at the moment.
Yeah. The reason why he said that was he's going, oh, they're turning on me because I disagreed with Nigel Farage. But
maybe. Even so, it was...
You still got 2 female team members that literally there is evidence from a lawyer saying victimization, constant criticism, and discriminatory behavior. So there's something there, regardless, because that's not all. You can't just turn around and go, yeah, but that's all lies. That's just silly. You've got to think, hang on, for that to be there, there's got to be a reason. But there's never been that with Ben. That's what I'm saying. But I'm not saying I'm not going to, at some point, change how I think. But when I see things like that, I don't know, where's all the commitment gone? Do you know what I mean? You're paying to join a political party like Advance. You're investing in Advance. You're investing in Ben Habib. Rupert Lowe, we stole. Oh, I'm gone. Well, hang on a minute. No, where's your commitment to Advance UK? How critical?
And the thing with Ben,
they're like, no. Well, oh no, quick, it's fucking Rupert Lowe. Oh, that's it. I'm off. No, you invested in. Oh, you're just people like that. I don't get it. That's my
the thing with. I think it was Ben and the team as well. Like, they've been really humble. They've been quite hospitable and welcoming to Rupert Lowe and his Restore Britain team. And so then, you know, like, even if Restore Britain and the team, they're not happy with the college, they're not happy with the internal structure of Advance UK, you can still just join and then reform things from within. It's not a problem. It's a democratic party, and you're free to air your views and to make your criticisms as long as they're constructive. It's perfectly fine. There's no problem with that. Absolutely.
And on the membership of Advance, when you become a member, you then get a direct email to the Advance team, and even you have had you've even had response from them, haven't you? Yourself, yeah. You've had response. I've had response from them myself. I've been offered certain jobs within Advance UK through that email address that we get, and also, the public can put questions to us on here, and then if we think that that's a good question and it hasn't been answered before, we can then email that to the leadership of Advance UK or to a college member that we interview on here. Yeah. That's the good thing about the college, obviously, and Advance UK. I mean, Advance UK is the college. Without Advance UK, without the college, then Ben Habib is just an independent MP and not even in Parliament, isn't he? And he can't do that. He can't just say, "Sod this, I'm going to up sticks and I'm going to go over to Restore Britain." He'll just become a Restore Britain MP then. Yeah, we're no Advance college or anything like that, and it's going to upset a lot of people, I think.
But I mean, like, Mo hasn't said anything like, "I'm Restore Britain, I'm going with Rupert Lowe." You sort of pointed towards it, Rich, and I'm the same as Guardian Mo. I'm not. No, I'm sticking with Advance UK at the moment. But for people,
just to reiterate, for the moment, I think with Restore Britain there is hope. There is hope for things to be a bit more positive. Because after listening to Craig, I think he really kind of convinced me that there should be a way for the two things to merge. But as we're saying on the stream, the point that we're making is the ball is in your court, Rupert. Seriously, like, have the decency and respect just to respond to Ben, even if it's just a couple of sentences or some words of exchange publicly on X, and that reassures people on the Advance UK bubble. That's all I'm saying.
Keep the Advance UK bubble.
Like I say, I'm on the fence. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying yes or no either way, but for now, being on the fence means I'm currently sticking with Advance UK and Ben, but how things progress and whatever, and depending on what's going to happen and how the merge happens, if there's a merger, I'll have to look at it then. And then, because then it's going to be like what we were saying before, like, let's pretend Restore Britain wasn't about. We're like, oh yeah, we're all Advance UK, but we got to vote tactically. We need to vote Reform to get rid of Labour and Conservative. So there may be even an element of, right, we don't want Reform, but you might be Advance, but again, tactical voting, you're going to vote for Restore Britain because you don't want Nigel Farage. Do you know what I mean? So surely that's going to be in people's minds, possibly.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think we're not competing against Reform. It's actually Reform the other way. It's Reform competing against the Tories now because they're part of the Uni party. Do you see what I mean? So however many seats Reform get into Parliament, it's really not our concern because they're competing with the Tories at this point, and they're probably going to win. But we're
they said on it was that was it Camilla Tomliny or whatever, I can't remember her name, but she was on GB News and she was asking Zia Yusuf, like, and he didn't actually rule out them collaborating or joining with someone else, like Conservatives, to actually take out.
He was asked if he'd join Reform.
Labour, Lib Dem, and the Greens, if they all came together, would he then
would Reform join with Restore? Would Reform join with Restore? Where would you be on that and chat? Where would you be with that? If Reform joined Restore, if Reform joined Restore, would you be up for that party?
Nope. No, wait, hold on. Wait. Let's just clarify. What do you mean by Reform joining Restore? You mean Reform HQ, the leadership? So,
apparently so.
What?
It was asked
Richard Tice,
from what I
Richard
remember,
Tice, Daniel Kruger, Lee Anderson, them joining Restore. What do you mean by
as
that?
as a collaboration with Restore Britain. That's from what I gathered on that Killim and Tomine interview with Yusuf that I watched last night.
Well, in that case, then Rupert would lose all my respect, and lots of people would as well.
Exactly.
He wouldn't be a leader. Nigel Farage would be like, I'm the leader, and he'd be like, no, I'm the leader. So that
exactly.
Take over Restore.
And all these conservatives have got to come in as well. No way. You know what I mean? And like the only people he's got in, Rupert's got in his little bubble are saying, yeah, you should do that. But then again, I don't think Connor Tomlinson likes Nigel Farage either, does he?
Well,
no, but I think he's the same as Rupert. He's all that, and look at me, gift to the gab in front of the camera, and then behind the scenes, he's tyrant. He's probably not a very nice person.
Well, yeah, that's so you've heard. So you've heard, Wiz. There's no, you can't say that that's a fact. It's just.
But it is because people say, I know Nigel.
Because
Farage.
people say,
like,
blokes in pubs say, yeah, blokes
like
in pubs say. It's like
if people are saying it, so there's something there. You don't just wake up in the morning and go, right, I'm going to lie about Nigel Farage. I'm going to lie about Rupert Lowe. You don't. If you're hearing stuff, there's something there. We're not saying like it is 100% fact, but there's something going on for that to be there. Otherwise, no one will.
I think you're stretching it a bit.
Yeah, I'm going to go over on my panel. I'm going to say
Nigel Farage is lovely. Yeah, he's lovely. Is that what everyone says? Does everyone say Nigel?
I'm going
Farage
to go over.
No,
I'm going to make a video on my channel, and I'm going to say, that.
And Rupert Lowe will be the same.
The wizard's words is a gonk womble who's suffering from a terrible bout of.
Finished.
Then that makes it a fact.
I got the power. It's a dictatorship.
I tell you what, who should host this show? Do you know who should host this show?
You should have put your monkey back up. Yeah, that's
if I were quick, I didn't know how long.
Mate, that's Caesar. It's Caesar from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. This should be the host of this show.
The Planet of the Apes, mate.
But it don't work if you haven't got a beer belly, you know. It don't work if you haven't got a beer belly. That's you in the morning, as it was.
Have you seen who's over my shoulder?
A Smurf.
Hey, it's the Smurf.
I think he might be me for a while. Okay.
But on the screen, like Cherry's saying, like basically categorically said, Restore UK would have nothing to do with the college. See that, like what you were saying there, Guardian. That's or Mo. Why I say Guardian, Mo? Mo. You said like yourself, like that has to stay. So I mean, where's that going to put people like yourself if this is the case?
I want to speak to Paul Thorpe and Richard, his friend Richard Inman, about this. Because this is, especially with Paul Thorpe being a college member, because this is a big red flag. Obviously, Connor Thompson isn't the only voice in Restore, but as I said, what if something happens to Rupert Lowe and someone like Connor Thompson becomes leader? Well, he's just gonna be leading the whole movement like a king, like someone who just does tells people to do as he says. I don't know. You need to establish a democratic structure. When he says like put your faith and trust in Rupert Lowe, you can't put your faith and trust in anyone other than Christ. So Christ is the only one who.
Yeah, it makes no sense, does it?
You can't trust earthly people. People will be enticed by financial incentives and money, and especially in the world of politics, it's dirty. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty, rough and tumble game. When you involve money, every political party is a business. It's not a problem to run a business, to run a political party like that. Not a problem. But yeah, you can't put all your faith and funnel it into one man, especially when he's how old is he? 70 something?
67 or something.
Rupert Lowe's 100% share.
Okay, no, fair enough. That's not too old. But
Rupert Lowe's is 100% shareholder in his company Restore, though, isn't he? From what I gathered from Ben's chat with Paul Thorpe on Saturday night.
68. 1957.
Oh, is it?
68 years
68.
old. Yeah.
You're
This
10 years older than
this
me.
next comment. Before I put this comment up, I'm going to say, please tell me you don't know anything about Paul Thorpe or Richard Inman without telling me you know nothing about Paul Thorpe and Richard Inman. Oh, you done well. You done well, Mary. Yes.
Oh.
Well done.
PT, both huge grift.
Wow.
Some people are so far out. This is because it's probably, oh, you're not talking about Nigel. Where's the snake oil salesman?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Zia Yusuf, Goldman Sachs, donates what £1 million and lands himself as chairman.
Yeah.
Well, what's his role now? Head of policy? Keeps changing every day.
Yeah.
But head of policy, isn't he?
It'll soon enough. It'll be head of decision of whether or not to press this big red button underneath the PM's desk. I'm not saying nuclear.
Maybe he'll be foreign secretary tomorrow, and then he'll be home secretary next week.
Absolutely, but people are waking up to it. You know what I mean? I think they're starting to see through it now. And
you think reform supporters are waking up?
Well, some of them are. Some who wanted to, go with Rupert Lowe or Ben.
Well, actually, true. Yeah. Maybe not June Slater or Alex Phillips.
June Slater, her glasses are just covered with Nigel's
with turquoise,
with Nigel's baby batter, I think. She can't see anything. Can't see a thing because that.
Do you think the FA Nats are coming for Richard for telling the truth?
Probably.
You see, Richard wants none of that, doesn't he? He's not interested in any of that. Well, neither am I. I don't think you are. You said before, that like anything to do with FA Nats, it's just like shut up, go away.
Yeah. No. There's a reasonable There's a reasonable argument to maintain a majority for England to be English. Absolutely. Yeah. 100%. I agree with them. 90% English in England, at least, but they want pure English, not like mixed heritage. If you're mixed race,
that's what I'm saying. So not in the strictest terms. Sorry, mate. So not in the strictest terms of ethno-nat, but what you're saying to me, that makes sense. Yeah, I'd agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, that's why I don't call myself a civnat. Like, I don't call myself anything. I'm just a guy with.
Well, we learned yesterday it's not a civil nationalist anyway. That's someone who believes in the running of London. Yeah, I used to think it was, basically as we are, but we ignore all the Islamists. That's what I used to think civnat was, but it's not. I got put straight on that yesterday. All right, and so did you, Mo. You were there with what was his name, McCarthy.
Was I?
Yeah, with McCarthy. Yeah,
it was Michael. Yeah,
Michael. Yeah,
he was in the chat. He said like there's space for him to come up or whatever. So I don't know if Craig Walton's coming. We need to go through that the video with Paul Thorpe and Ben Habib. I thought.
You're gonna do. Yeah,
we'll start with the chat.
Are you gonna put it up on? Are you gonna put it up on screen and then we play pause or something?
Yep. As and when it comes, if you hear something and you say that's enough, then that's enough. But that's I'll bring it up now actually because
Craig hasn't seen my message. Craig hasn't seen my message on X.
So not.
He's probably.
I know. I know. You invited him. I heard you on this morning.
Well,
he's busy.
We'll have the chat first, and then we'll go on to that. But obviously, maybe it'll be around the other way. But But Advance UK is another wrong choice by you, Paul. The party is back is restore. That's your opinion. You're entitled to it. Conor Thompson wrote the kosher policy so Jewish people leave the UK. His channel is filled with anti-Jewish propaganda.
Yeah.
That's not good. That's not good. Jesus was a Jew, so if you want to go to hell.
Dino Bain did one as well. I listened for a bit and then he went on about, do they not understand? It's the Jews. It's the Jews.
Yeah.
I always leave his videos now till the end before I like them. I used to click like as soon as I started watching. Now I leave it till the end until I click like. If it doesn't bring up the Jews, I'll click like. Anyway, I'm just nipping to the toilet. Carry on, please.
Well, we just go through.
Yeah, Dino Bain was bit. Oh yeah, Richie and Rogue. Yeah,
he's written
yeah,
so
true.
much that we can't see Richard. Sorry, Rich. You could be pulling a
Richie and
movie and you'd
Rogue.
never see it. But what? Yeah,
Richie
we'll
and
go through
Rogue
this one
said
and then
they yeah. Richie and Rose said they spoke to someone within Restore, and they said that Restore and Advance would not be merging. I saw that video. I'm not sure if you saw it. Yeah, it's concerning. It's concerning to say the least.
Yeah. But right, let's
yeah.
Get rid of that. Shocking. So this was literally not yesterday, the day before, wasn't it? But I'm sure what Ben said here is still valid today. Do you know what I mean? His views, his opinions, or whatever. But if there's anything, you know, as and when we go through, is anything that you want to say about it, just say I'll stop it, and then I'll whack on the pause button, and then we can discuss what was said. Yeah.
But yeah, just go ahead and play it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, right, good. So I've got the volume on there, everything tickly boo. So yeah, as a moment go, and that, have you seen it at all, Mo? Have you seen this?
Yeah,
yet,
I have.
Or?
Yeah, I watched it twice.
Oh, have you? Oh, you're going to be on the ball then. You're going to be probably quicker than what I am.
Just to analyze everything.
Yep.
Oh, I can't hear it.
Hey?
I can't hear it. They're just ball is just opening and closing. I can't hear anything. Wait, is there a? Have I got to modify my settings as well? Or...
No, let me remove it, and then I'll get rid of it, and then
Was
I'll
it
bring
audio?
it back up. So I'll make sure I've got the audio settings set and everything. But you have to let us know in chat as well, because I'm miles behind. But you boys can see the. Right, let's see. Window, we want that. Share audio, yes. Happy days. It's up. Maximize the screen.
Advance UK members. Firstly,
yeah.
can I ask you how much of a surprise was Rupert's announcement to you yesterday?
I was surprised. I was taken aback because there'd been no prior discussion about his announcement. It came out of the blue.
Okay, pause there. Does that look like a red flag to you? Does that look reciprocal, as in Rupert Lowe and Ben have been mutually negotiating together? It doesn't look like it, does it?
No.
Nope. Not to me, mate.
It just seems like it's all Ben moving, making a step forward and making his move, whereas Rupert is just uninterested.
Yep. That's what I was saying earlier. He's been silent, but Ben's literally saying it's not about me. It's about the people. It's about the country. I will step down. I'll be part of the college.
I'd also noticed some fake news propaganda going off on the Restore Britain side of YouTube, saying Ben Habib has said he's joining Restore Britain.
Yeah, what the hell is that for?
Yeah, this is from somebody. Can I say? I'll tell you what, yeah, because he laughed me on stage when I said that we need to keep the Advanced UK College going. Working Class Patriot. It said that on his stream from last night. It said Advanced UK are going to join Restore Britain. Yeah. I'm going to unsub. I do not pollute my airwaves with fake news. Yeah. Paul Morris. There you go. May as well.
I unsubscribed when he said that thing about me being a Christian. Unsubscribe.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. I mean, he's a good guy. Him and I are good friends. So
whatever.
Some of his videos and that, you think, yeah, okay. I mean, he puts up about 4 or 5 videos a day or whatever. It's hard to keep up. But some of the videos that sort of come through, they sort of, it is, isn't it?
If you want to restore Britain kind of news feed, then go and subscribe to them too. So I'm unsubscribing. You know what? I'll just get him a free plug as well. Yeah.
He needs a firework
from the place of truth, which is the wizard's words. Even if he's not telling the truth, then I'll start telling him off for not telling the truth. Then he'll mute me. He'll take my camera off, and then I'll bring him back in about a minute's time, and then I'll calm down by then.
People leaving silly comments on my video again, but I'll Paul Morris. He's someone that you can listen to go to sleep. It's so like it's quite like a bit of mate.
I find it quite therapeutic, actually. Just sends me straight to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Slows you down, doesn't it?
Do you? What is it? Your Buddhism. Your Buddhism to it. You know, cross your legs and breathe to Paul's voice and breathe in. Hello, guys. Right, let's get into it, and then it just goes on to speed 33. But never mind.
No, he goes like, all right, guys, let's roll. Let's
oh yeah, come on, then let's roll. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
You won't be able to, like someone like that. When I see him, I think I can't debate him. He comes across. He's so delicate. I don't want to say too much. You know what I mean?
You could break his ear.
Bless him. Bless him. The guy with the
sound barrier.
The guy with the communication channel for Advance UK, whose email address doesn't actually work.
Henrik joined Reform. You might recall that prompted Rupert into, I think it was going back to 16th of January, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That prompted Rupert Lowe into tweeting that he was going to think very long and hard about his future political, evolution, and he would come back with a decision on Monday. And I had then I put out a video the next morning saying actually he's welcome to join Advance and so on, when I've had some discussions with Rupert immediately following that. But then nothing, because he was doing his rape gang inquiry. He said things would be quiet while he did his rape gang inquiry. And then it came out of the blue. But such is life. That is politics.
Yeah, I mean, you preempted my next question, really, which was, had there been any conversations between the pair of you in the build-up to his announcement? Obviously, the answer to that is no. In your video this morning, you were very positive, very upbeat. In all honesty, I can't say that was a reaction from many Advance UK members, myself included, to be fair. Many of whom felt that, if I can say so, that maybe Rupert had rather let us down a bit. More importantly, perhaps we felt that he let you down a little bit, Ben. What would you say to those members?
So, without a shadow of a doubt, it would have been much better for Advance, or perhaps it would have been called Restore Britain if this is how events had unfolded. It would have been much better for Advance if Rupert had actually stayed the course initially, when he had agreed to lead what then became Advance, instead of deciding to do a movement. Nothing good was ever going to come out of a movement. That was very clear to me at the time. And I said it. I said the only movement in which I'm interested is the one you get after you've had a coffee first thing in the morning. Every other movement doesn't yield any results. And I knew we needed a political party. You've got to have a mechanism by which you give effect to change. So in many respects, that's a shame, because we would have been much further ahead if we joined back in June last year.
That's what Richie was saying as well. That the very first time he spoke to Ben, it was, and Rupert Lowe may well be like coming in and being the leader, which obviously then never happened. So literally from the get-go, Rupert Lowe's had Ben Habib dangling, surely. And then for some reason said no.
Do you think Ben and the team were having a bit of false hope at the start that Rupert would never had the intentions ever to begin with to join Advance or even cooperate with Ben? That could be possible as well.
You are, yeah, that's probably more true than what we'd want it to be. Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many. I'm so stuck on this.
The thing is, we weren't flies on the wall there, were we? So we don't know. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's always possible. But the only person that could ever tell us that is Rupert himself. At the beginning, I wanted to, but I never, because other than that, we're just speculating, aren't we? I suppose.
Yeah, we're still filling that
going up the wrong tree.
Yeah, we're still trying to fill that void with the lack of information at the moment. But same as I say, from Paul Thorpe's the other day, I'm fairly sure he said that Ben and Rupert are going to get around the table midweek or within the week. Yeah. So
much further ahead. And but we are where we are. Human beings are not perfect creatures. I make mistakes. He makes mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. But he's come to the realization, correctly in my mind, that it is a political party that's required. Now, he was part of the establishment of Advance before I announced its existence. There's hardly a difference in ideology between him and myself. When you look at the speech I made in the Emmanuel Center a week ago and compare it to the little video that Rupert put out last night, it's almost like he took stuff straight out of my speech. And so if there's no ideological difference, if he was on board to start with, and we've already had discussions in January about it, on which he was going to respond to me when the rape gang inquiry was over, then it stands to reason that the sensible way to go forward is for a merger to take place where he automatically gets 40,000 committed campaigners across the country. Regional setup. We've now got regional directors for every part of the United Kingdom, with the exception of Northern Ireland, where we've got applications, and London, where we're about to appoint someone. Branches. We've got dozens of councillors. We're up, ready to go. We're fighting a by-election. We're in the middle of a by-election, which I'm delighted by the way, that, Restore's members now can support Nick Buckley. Before they were just members of a movement. Now they can come out and support Nick Buckley alongside our Advance members.
It's another thing. So Nick Buckley, is he still, I assume, standing as a representative candidate of Advance, isn't he, for Walton and Denton?
Yeah. We still are Advance. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And I think we still will be on the polling day, which I think that's 26th of February, day after I get back from Benidorm, after my interview with Paul Thorpe. He's going to be the one filling me in all the news. I've even charged up my camera, which is kind of like a TMU GoPro thing, but it doesn't do up to 4K, and it goes underwater as well. So you might see my extremely lengthy toenails under the ocean floor of Benidorm. Yeah, I'll go fishing, looking at fish.
Where do you stand with the women in politics, etc.? That Reform and Advance need more women. They want to be taken seriously. I know they want to protect women and children, but it seems less female voices speak with them.
Sounds like a policy that would DEI. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, whatever. More women, as long as they've got merit to what they speak about. Yeah, I can't see an issue with that, as long as it's based down to merit and not some tick box that's being ticked as in DEI.
Yeah, as long as it's not DEI
philosophy.
But I think women in politics is good.
Yeah.
I like to see women in politics because I don't know, maybe they just come across as more trustworthy than a bloke. I don't know, but what do you reckon, Mo? Do you reckon more women in politics, like Reform and Advance, need more women, or not?
Well, I think as long as there's a good balance, if you have too many women, it creates a very gossipy environment. But with the right balance, I think it's good. In Advance, we have Kathy Gingell. I saw her speech in London. I love Kathy. She's brilliant. She's the true conservative.
Yeah.
This isn't so. When I think, well, it would have been better if this had happened or that had happened. Whatever's happened has happened.
Yeah.
And now we must do what I've always tried to do, and I know, Paul, you've always tried to do this. What's right for the country? And now, what's right for the country in taking a stepped approach to answering the question I posed myself? Make sure Nick Buckley does extremely well in the by-election. Get him into the House of Commons. That would be mammoth by historic proportions. No political party has returned a member of parliament within 2 months of being registered. And then find an accommodation which uses all the great advantages that Advance already has, combined with the advantages that Rupert Lowe and his gang bring, and make sure we are not just a challenger at the next election, but we form the next government. If we're ideologically the same, he knows our architecture, we're committed to the same fight, then we should all
pause. Yeah, he knows our architecture. He knows about the college. Yeah, that's what I gained from that. So Rupert already knows about the college. So does Rupert have a problem with the college? I don't. From what Ben's saying there, if that's right, then I think Rupert's fully on board with the college. Just to waylay anything.
Yeah, but it's not just Rupert that needs to be on board. It's the whole leadership team and the policymakers in Restore that have to be happy with Advance's college infrastructure. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They get more. I think they're going to get more respect from the public to have that sort of setup.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because there's no hiding. They're like, oh, vote with no confidence, mate. You're just not doing what you're there to do. Good. Yeah. We can be dealt with. Well, Nigel Farage would be like, and what? I'm still leader.
Yeah.
So, but I had a question in my head and it's just shot out. What was I going to say? Can't remember. Oh well.
Hold on.
It's about Rupert Lowe, but
yeah.
Correctly. It should all just happen, shouldn't it? And that's what I'm hoping.
I mean, look, again, Ben, this is Paul the interviewer now speaking rather than Paul College member, advanced member, a friend of Ben Abid. This is, I'm trying to ask the questions that I know that our viewers want to hear the answers to. Look, you've previously held your hand out to Rupert on at least 2 occasions that I know of. And Advance is a party, as you said, that was initially set up for Rupert in mind to become the leader. For whatever reason, he chose not to take those offers up.
Yeah.
But once again, the ball is in Rupert's court, isn't it? The ball is firmly in Rupert's court.
It is. Of course it is. And my hand of friendship will always be out to anyone who's prepared to join the proverbial fight for the restoration and saving of the United Kingdom in all its parts and for all its people. It would be entirely wrong of me, I think, at this stage in the country's predicament, in the very serious threats that we face, for this to become personal or party political.
Yeah.
I'm not going to allow that to happen.
Anyone out there watching this now that thinks that Ben has a personal gripe with Nigel Farage, because that's been aimed at you in the past, Ben, and I get sick and tired of hearing it. No. Your words now actually show that it's precisely the opposite. You are very much a man that wants to unite, and you're very much a man whose number one ambition is to get out there and win and save our country, right?
Absolutely. It's my DNA, Paul, even though I say it myself, to want to find solutions. I'm not a politician who wants to stand on a soapbox and denounce everything that's gone wrong. I want to identify what's gone wrong, obviously, get to the root causes of it, then have the solutions. I want to save this country. I want this country to be back on its feet again, proud of itself, sovereign, independent, and prosperous. So that, and you and I have discussed this before, so that every single the aim should be that every single citizen in the United Kingdom wakes up every morning thinking, great, I'm alive. I'm living in the best country in the world. What can I do today for the betterment of my life, my family's life, my community's life? And what can I do for the country because the country's been so good to me? That's what we need.
And that's how we grew up, Ben, right? We grew up.
That's how we grew up.
Okay, pause.
Absolutely. It was get up and go and do stuff.
So I was on the screen. That was my bad. I was on my laptop screen. I thought, no, shit, my cursor. It's not on the big screen.
No, I think Ben really demonstrated his character, his humility.
Yeah,
he's not in it for the money. He's not in it for the power. For the he's not up there for reputation, for the fireworks as Farage is.
Yeah.
And people should be encouraged to look up to Rupert Lowe and not compare him in the same light as Nigel Farage.
Yeah,
that's very important. You don't want a one-man band. We all know Reform is a one-man band, but we have to try to go ahead with the college and to propose it to Rupert,
college
so that it's prevented from him becoming the one-man band leader of Restore.
Yeah, I mean the college and what we're doing here is why I set my alarm clock this morning. You know what I mean? I thought, right, oh yeah, right, okay. So let me see. I'm gonna look at Mo's, then I'm gonna go on Wizard's Words. We're gonna have a discussion about stuff. I feel really, energetic about this. This is a massive thing for me. I've been extremely ill for the last 6 years, and since Advance UK come across, I've started getting out there more and doing things like this because I love it, and not because it's for the betterment of the country. I'm just at a loss. If we lost the college, what do we do then? Just end up shouting just like rest of people do in Middle or X. Rupert, take notice of me. Rupert, take notice of me. And it's just ridiculous.
It's almost as if you wish that Rupert Lowe didn't make that announcement, as if you wish that he joined Advance.
Yeah, correct.
That would have been the most ideal. That would have been the perfect solution to all our problems.
Yeah, the thing I love most about this is the communication route that we've got, and we've proven by this channel and with Advance UK's college. Without Advance UK's college, in my opinion, there's no Advance UK, there's no communication. It's then left into a particular political bubble, and you know what I mean? It's just left up to the politicians to do it. And, that served us really well, hasn't it, in the last, God knows how long, forever. Yeah, I think now this Advance UK's college is out of the box. I think you could have a job getting it back in without people, wanting something like the college. Yeah, for that route of communication, it's a lot better. All the filters as well that are in place. If someone as Advance UK's come up with a particular policy or they've already had the question asked or answered, then that's a filter network of it, rather than having to shout at everybody in Twitter. It's chaos, if you ask me. People have only got to
there's a lot of backbiting and bickering.
Yeah, people have only got to put a QQ in this or at one of us, and then we can answer that question. Here's
a question for the panel.
Okay.
How does the panel feel about a collaborative relationship with Restore instead of a merger?
I don't know what that would look like. It's hard to gauge.
Howard Cox came up with something. I didn't get to the end of Richard Inman's video this morning, but I think Richard Inman is going to have Howard Cox on his channel on Wednesday, I think he mentioned. And I'm imagining that's when they're going to discuss it. I thought it was this morning, but apparently I think it's going to be Wednesday, because I didn't catch anything that Richard was saying from the brief bit that I watched this morning anyway, regarding Howard Cox. But Howard Cox is like what we kind of came up with on this channel yesterday, which is like a Advance UK as a proxy party, if you like, keeping the college together, having Advance UK as a proxy party. That's what I gained from that interview with Paul Thorpe from last night. Anyway, with the part where he's talking to Richard Inman, Howard Cox came up with that idea, which we did as well. It just goes to show we're on the right wavelength, if you like. So yeah.
Oh, sorry, on the wrong screen again.
That's what we want.
And really, there's a test now for Rupert. There's a challenge, if you don't mind me saying. Look, we've got this by-election coming up with in Walton and Denton, and it is a vital. Nick standing up there is vital to us, and I'm hoping that Rupert puts his support behind Nick and therefore behind Advance. We've held our hands yet again. And I'm hoping, beyond all hope, that it's reciprocal. Because I tell you now, Ben, look, since Rupert's announcement yesterday, I've done nearly 5 hours of live streaming on the subject. I've had thousands of comments.
Pause. Has Restore got a candidate in Gorton and Denton, by the way?
I've seen or heard of.
Mo?
What was that? Sorry, what was that?
Has Restore got a candidate for Gorton and Denton?
Not that I know of.
Right. So then I could not see a problem with Restore Britain backing Nick Buckley of Advance UK. There you go. That's something to keep your eye on for clues.
Oh, that's actually interesting. Yeah, I'd love to know.
Right,
Right, for that.
we're not going to go that way round, but all the Advance has got to vote for our people. You wait.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where Advanced supporters stand with Nick Buckley right now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, in light of Rupert Lowe announcing, would Restore Britain stand a candidate in Gordon Denton? I don't think so. I don't think they will.
No, I'm just wondering if they're going to be back in.
Just lend a hand to Nick. Just lend a hand.
Yeah, get him. You don't really want a guy just outside Essex in there, do you? Or that other guy who's actually a convicted chuffing terrorist. Don't want them in there. You know?
Yeah, but could it backfire on Nick Buckley? He end up being a sort of unwitting victim because no one knows where Advance UK is, so people who Advance won't be voting.
With more support from Restore UK, that's going to push Nick Buckley further up the polls for Gorton and Denton.
No, you missed what I said. I'm saying, what if all the people now, like, you know, we're on the fence with Advance UK, we don't know about the future of it. So what if that's going to backfire on Nick Buckley? And those people are thinking, well, we don't know what Advance is. It'll be Restore next week, so I don't know what we're doing. And they then choose to not vote because
but even if they're
not impressed.
Even if those members went across to Restore Britain, then they should still, you know, support Nick Buckley. And what's the other two choices? Because Restore haven't even got a candidate, apparently, from what we can remember. Yeah, Restore haven't even got a candidate in Gorton and Denton. So therefore, any people going over to Restore, it doesn't matter. They should still back.
But they need to get the message out and say, like, he's there.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what I'm saying about Restore.
Of Advance UK need to still get out and vote for Nick Buckley. Because otherwise, people like me, I'll be at home confused. Am I going to vote Advance or I'm not voting for Restore? I ain't got anyone anyway.
You're whiz. You know what I mean? You're whiz. You've still got to, you know, people aren't leaving Advance UK and joining Restore. I mean, Restore aren't
but with all what's going on, they'd be bemused, like how I was at the very beginning, like feeling like betrayed. Like I invested in Advance and Ben, and then you think, right, I've got to vote for Nick Buckley under Advance, but I don't know what they're doing because of Bloomin' Rupert Lowe being selfish and starting a new party at the most ridiculous time. So do you know what? I'm out. I'm not even going to bother. And that could then have a negative effect on Nick Buckley, who is actually a bloody good candidate for that area.
Yeah, but Restore Britain haven't got a candidate standing for Gorton and Denton. So therefore, they would still join. They would still back Nick Buckley in Gorton and Denton. Of course they would. What's
I'm saying? No, I just said the Advance people like me, I'd be like, well, I'm not voting because I don't know what's going on. I'm feeling betrayed.
That's just logic.
Like, it's it's not, because people will think what I'm thinking. And they'd be like, I don't know where we're going, what we're doing, what's the future? Is it going to be Advance UK or not? Well, we don't know. Do you know what? I'm not going to bother voting.
Well,
I'll just leave it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
But people will think that.
Well, yeah, but
because I would, if this was in Portsmouth, I'd be like, well, what are we doing? I'll actually be on the phone to Paul Thorpe saying, look, am I supposed to still be voting Advance, or are we going to be Restore next week? Because I'll tell you what, I'm not voting for someone who's Advanced now for them to then become Restore Britain, because I'm not standing with Restore Britain. I don't give two hoots about Rupert Lowe and his party.
You go with the candidate who you think is best for like that particular constituency. If you were in that constituency, you'd still vote for the decent candidate. And because Restore Britain haven't got any candidates in there, then you would still vote for Nick Buckley. Anyone with common sense.
But then he could end up being Restore Britain's candidate because of what happens in the future. So you'll be like, no, I'm not voting for him because I'm not voting for Restore.
No, but that's the complicated part, because this is to do with party politics. As Ben says it says in Advance UK's constitution, if you're part of Advance and you're a member, you can't be a member of any other political party. That is, except for Reform. Yeah. So you can't be a member of both Restore and Advance.
No, so it would still be an Advance, because Advance hasn't even made any mind up yet.
No, and I saw his video interview with Andrew Eborn this morning as well. Yeah. Ben came on Andrew Eborn, and he said, like, if this, well, he's kind of hinting at it. He didn't say it overtly, but if there is, in the worst case scenario, there isn't a chance for us to merge and we have to go along our separate ways, then you can't be a member of both. You either choose Advance or you choose Restore.
Yeah.
That do my head in. We're talking about, that was Richard Inman, Blank Faces. Look him up on YouTube. Richard Inman is devout Christian and obviously talks a lot about politics. He sort of comes from my direction with regard to Advance at the moment, and Rupert Lowe and Restore and that. But yeah, I'll be quite gutted if I voted for Nick Buckley and then he become Restore Britain. I'll be like, mate, I just voted for Restore Britain. I don't even like Rupert Lowe. I'd never vote for him. That would really bug me. But
more pop.
I don't know. I'm on the wrong screen again. Oh God, blimey now. These double screens business, I'll tell you. It's all about a bloke can't do two things at once. Two screens and I'm screwed.
I'm going to be honest with you. The support has been, I'd say, 50-50 split, you know, maybe 60-40 in your favour, because a lot of people follow my channel because, you know, of my association with Advance UK. 50-50, 60-40 split in your favour, but the overwhelming consensus of opinion is that you guys just need to get together, sit down, work something out, and win our bloody country back together. That's what everyone wants. I'm just hoping that that's what Rupert wants as well. I've got my fingers crossed, I've got my toes crossed, my legs crossed, everything, you know, everything is crossed. Look, the talk of an amalgamation, one of the things that the members of Advance have been saying to me a day in their droves really is what would that look like, Ben, potentially? I know it's, you know, potentially down the road somewhere if and when it took place, but what would that look like? And would you consider, are you going to put this to the college? How is that going to look like? Is there any chance of this going to a vote for members in general? What would that potentially look like? I know it's a long way down the road, but...
Yeah, so, I mean, the first thing is that Rupert Lowe needs to want to amalgamate. That's the first thing, which I think is the sensible solution, particularly since I've made it very clear, and I'm sure the college would back me on this, that we'll be accommodative, you know, to the extent required in order to make sure the amalgamation works.
But then that still comes down to Rupert Lowe, doesn't it? The college and all that. This is a bit Slim, thank you very much for your super chat, my friend. I'm surprised there's so much negativity surrounding this whole situation. We know very little at the moment. That is very true. We are speaking our minds. I get what you're saying. I'm trying to be positive about it, but there's questions. Everyone's gonna have questions, queries. I hope, you know, when Guardian Mo says something, or when I say something, it answers someone's question, or when we say something, you think, oh, yes, I was thinking that. That's what we're hoping. And it'll bring us all together. And eventually, not so much sort of negativity, but the debate, the discussions will bring us all together. And then we will all come under the same banner again. And whether that is Restore, or it's Restore and Advance, or Advance and Restore, or whatever it's going to be. But, you know, we're all the same people. We all seem to have the same views. We all seem to understand each other. Yeah, we're going to have our little tete-a-tetes here and there, but at the end of the day, I think we all want the same thing, and I think we all believe in the same thing. Do we not, Guardians Mo? Or Guardian Mo?
Yeah, we all want to save this country, and with I'm going to echo Slim's point. I was surprised I wouldn't say surprised, but I was just really baffled at the timing of Rupert Lowe's announcement, because it caused such an uproar on X. Like I saw Base and Bougie going like Rupert Lowe's just basically split the vote, and you know, a lot of people were upset with Rupert. Whilst on the other hand, there's so many people just flocking over to Restore. So there's a whole, it's hard to balance. There's so many different people with different interests, and yeah, it's just I get the negativity, but there's no. we want to be positive on our channels. I want to be positive. You want to be positive, Wiz.
Yeah.
We want to be as impartial and give everyone their credit where credit is due. And I think Rupert has done a phenomenal job at the Argang inquiries. He's done a phenomenal job as an MP to represent his own constituency and to do all the good things that he's doing with Restore Britain. He's I think he's the head of looking at statistics for migrants and demographics and migration and all that. He's done a good job at grilling some of the civil servants in there, or sniveling serpents, I call them. Yeah, there's obviously it's good to be positive, but there's no catalyst for us to lean into positivity at this point because things are so mysterious. There's so much confusion. There's so much, as I said, mystery as to what Rupert Lowe is planning, or is he not planning to merge? We don't know. There hasn't been a healthy sit down between Rupert and Ben. So until that happens, we just have to bite our fingers and clench our teeth together and just wait.
Yep, I agree. Mr.
That was a really long spiel.
It was, but I was like that when I was saying my bit about it. I'm going on a bit here. That's why I'm like, what do you think, Guardian Mo? And that stops me because then I'll have to listen to you. 2CTV. Yes, I have subscribed to 2CTV, who's telling us of Islam taking over in government. Start is giving millions of taxpayers' money to the British Muslim Trust. Stop whining about little things and get UK patriots.
Good point.
Yes.
Consider ourselves told.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you'd be blind. So I did see blank faces to say, and I was like, "Well, oh, there it is." Burning the Quran is the same as burning the cross. There would be uproar if they burnt the cross. I bet there wouldn't. You could literally be murdered.
Look at that Muslim who were dragging the. Look at that guy who was dragging the cross down from that church that time, not long ago. Around the Southport riots. No, protests. Riots, protests.
Yeah, there's a bloke still in hiding now. I think they're looking at the court case, aren't they, to redo it. He was found not guilty, and now they want to take him back to court for burning the Quran. And you're like, wow. Like, if I sat here now and I literally burnt this Bible, everyone would go, okay, well done. What's the point of that? That was a waste of money buying it. But then if I burn this Quran, my word, mate, this video would go everywhere. I'd probably be on BBC News and everything. He's burnt the Quran. Yeah, but like 5 minutes later, I did burn the Bible. Yeah, we don't care about that. You burnt the Quran. You can't do that. You're not even supposed to draw Muhammad or anything. We will kill you. We want to know where you live. We want to trash your house. We're going to murder your family. That's all because of the Quran. But if you do anything to do with Christianity, people are just like, okay.
Wiz, you would get exactly the same kind of feedback if you just drape bacon over it, mate. You'd get exactly the same kind of meme recognition.
Yeah. I mean, just because you burn something, it's not like because they go, oh, it's all hate speech, this and that. Hang on a minute. There's been over 66,000 Islamic terrorist attacks in the last 40 to 50 years, killing nearly 250,000 innocent people, and you're worried about a book burning.
No.
Talk about play the victim when it bloomin' suits. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think Christians are a bit more liberal on that, whereas the Quran and obviously trying to spread Islam through violence and ethnic cleansing and genocide, then they're a bit more like overprotective. It's just the way it is. But yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't sit here and burn a Quran. There's just no need. You can just talk about Islam and why you think it's not good. Don't have to sort of take it that far. I understand why people do it to make a statement, but if you've done that in the East, you would be dead, basically.
But the route to joining forces is pretty easy and straightforward. Restore Britain is a company limited by shares and 100% owned by Rupert Lowe. A company limited by
This is what I was on about. This is what I was on about earlier. You see, this is what I was on about earlier. I watch far too much YouTube. By the way, I've dressed myself in a more pleasing attire for the ladies. I invested in a load of 3D T-shirts. You see, all right, ladies.
Oh god.
I wore this once to work and got told off. Then the next day, I dressed in one that made me look like I was wearing a tuxedo with tie and everything. So there I got James. How's that? Is that better for you? I'm just as bad in real life. You know?
It's not appropriate for a political party because it doesn't lend itself to large numbers of people becoming members. Advance UK, on the other hand, is a party limited by guarantee, which is the appropriate structure for a membership-orientated entity, which is non-profit. So we've got the right structure. And basically, you move Restore Britain Limited into Advance UK Party Limited. You then bring all the members together. You double the membership or you multiply it by 1.5. I imagine we've got common membership between us.
Yeah.
And you make whatever changes are required to be made to the constitution that the college accepts that Rupert might wish to, have altered in order for that amalgamation to take place. And then we move forward. And as I've also said, Paul, and I'll just emphasize this, it's not about me. If in order to get this done, something has to give, I've got to become deputy or chairman or just a member of the college or some other role or whatever it is, whatever's required to be done to get this over the line, we all have to be open-minded about it. There's genuine advantage in Advance and Restore Britain merging in the way that I've just described. For Restore Britain, we're electorally registered. We've got dozens of councils, 40,000 members, a regional structure. We hit the road running. And so, I mean, by all means, if Rupert wants to recreate all of that and spend the next 6-9 months doing what I've done over the last 6-9 months, he can do that. He'll be that much further behind. We're already rolling out policies. We're recruiting candidates for the next general election. We're miles ahead. And the route to amalgamation is very straightforward.
Absolutely, and I think that's what perhaps left a lot of people feeling a shade, if I don't mind me saying, a shade confused last night, myself included. Let me move on to a really big topic, which is Elon Musk. Now, Elon has tweeted posted on X his support for Rupert, but of course he's done that for you in the past as well. I'm not quite sure where Elon is currently sitting, or if I might say, I'm not quite sure that Elon is 100% aware of the situation. I mean, it might have been more helpful. I said during the live earlier, who am I to give Elon Musk any advice, right? But I would have personally gave you both a call and said, come on, chaps, get yourself together. I'm going to sit in the middle and somehow, we might be able to work something out here. That would have been perhaps the most ideal situation.
Well, we had that situation in March 2025. Before I decided to go ahead and set up Advance, I got Rupert Lowe on side. I got Elon Musk on side. A new political party was Elon Musk.
Why do you need Elon Musk on side or anything like that? Because
money
blokes in America, and we're talking about British politics.
Money to support it from his businesses in Britain. It's got
But should that be allowed?
Yeah, it's business
in America.
No, it has to be done through legal means, though.
Yeah, through business.
It has to be done legally.
Yeah,
it's a bit tricky.
Yeah.
Well, the first point he made, the first question that Paul was asking was like, what would the merge look like? And Ben said, well, it was pretty straightforward. It's if Rupert just takes in all the councillors and MPs and establishes the work that Advance UK has been doing and the efforts that have been made. Because we have the councillors, we have the MPs, we have the candidates, we have the infrastructure and the regional directors and all that.
And the college, even if Ben has to step down into the college role, and
the college and the executives, there's so many resources and weapons at your disposal. And Advance is one of them. It's a major asset. There's no point of leaving it to the side, especially when there's so much time and effort being put into it, and members, they pay. Well, we paid £20. We paid for this and that. I paid a total of already £80 for all the tickets for conferences combined together. So it can't go to waste.
Can Restore stand for election anywhere if they're not a registered political party? I believe not, Scatty Sue.
No,
I think they have to be registered, don't you?
Yeah, he's launched a party. It won't be registered as yet. I don't think, not yet. It took Ben 2 months to cross the T's and dot the I's on his application form to create a party. Whether or not that's true for a movement becoming a party, I don't know. I'm not in politics. I just get up in the morning so as I can do streams like this and watch even more news on YouTube.
Yeah, that was more for white power, which was a no-no. But not playing the victim. Muslims love playing the victim. They go out doing what they do in Manchester Arena and the Manchester Synagogue, and then someone just walks past and barges their shoulder. That's it. It's in the paper. They're the victim. How dare you do that? You're like, mate, you're literally killing the people. Yeah, but I'm the victim. What? Makes no sense. Yeah, they love it. They love playing the victim. Their religious text do nothing but hatred for Jews, Christians, want us dead, kill the unbelievers, all that. The slightest thing their way. Oh no, we need to have Islamophobia, even though that's just for spiders and God knows what heights. Do you know what I mean? We want that. We want to be protected because we are Islam. Like what? How about we protect the Jews? Jesus is probably turning in his grave, even though he's not dead. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yep.
In January 2025, it was him who said to me, set up a new political party. And I said, oh, I don't know, it's all too difficult. And but then I changed my mind after I saw how Reform treated Rupert Lowe. It was Elon Musk's idea, and Elon Musk has been very clear since then that he would support a new party, and he did support Advance. He's obviously, understandably and rightly, taken by Rupert Lowe's sterling ethics on the rape gang inquiry and other things that Rupert's done. And of course, Elon Musk is a free agent. You know, he can do what he wishes. But I'm sure it's not lost on him that collectively we are much, much stronger than we would be individually. I'm sure that's not lost on Elon Musk.
Well, I hope not. And I think, it's also fair to acknowledge Rupert's popularity and his appeal. He has widespread appeal. He's very well known, and obviously he's a big personality. I suppose the most difficult question, really, Ben, would be, what if he doesn't? If he doesn't respond, if he doesn't hold his hand out to us, where does that leave us?
Well, I'll cross that bridge, or we'll cross that bridge when we get there. It'll be quite revealing if he's not prepared to respond to this very open offer. An offer which, I'm not aware again in history by one political party to another movement.
I actually missed the pause button that time. I was ready and I missed it. Sorry, mate.
Right. Do you notice Ben's way of phrasing things there? Like he doesn't want. He's a bit apprehensive about Rupert Lowe's decision, or even indecision. And so he's kind of holding his cards close to his chest. He doesn't want to say anything out loud, being too honest and too candid. But the way I interpreted his kind of message was that, if Rupert Lowe doesn't agree to at least some kind of harmonious coming together with Advance UK, incorporating the good ideas within Advance and the college, well, then he's just kind of blown it and he's exposed himself for what kind of a person he is. That's kind of what Ben subtly meant, I think.
Yeah. I think I need to point something out to that Jim guy who I had a run-in with this morning on your stream. He's saying there's no policy decisions going on, just crap. Where was it advertised as being policy decisions? That was like a couple of streams ago, mate. I'm afraid you're way off target there. That were a couple of streams ago where we discussed policies and stuff, and we're actually discussing them. We're discussing them with Mo. What we're discussing them with. Anyway, yeah. I've got any moderators in here today, Wiz? Except me, because I'm on StreamYards. I can't really moderate from here. I don't know how.
No, I don't think we've got anyone in there.
Well, that's terrible. Sack them all. Not me. Sack them all.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think Sharia for UK is inevitable. Would you say that? I very much doubt that. There'd be a civil war before anything like that happened. I mean, that's...
I can't even see it because I've still got this stupid bar.
There'll be fire and flames in this country. There'll be civil war over that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think Christians need to get a bit more of a backbone and say, like, you know, when you burn the Bible, no, people should call that out, shouldn't they? Just like Muslims do with the Quran, to be fair. But, you know, we've all gone a bit soft, I think, and, you know, but that's not just our fault, that's the government as well. Oh, don't say anything bad about this. And, oh, yeah, if they come into our country and they're illegals, don't worry, you've got to bow to them. Give them a bit of respect. Poor people, come on, we're all inclusive and we're lovey-dovey, like completely clueless to the reality of the situation. And it's made everyone a bit soft, hasn't it? Like, grow a backbone. Illegal immigration is bad. Islam, bad. Unemployment, bad. Do you know what I mean? Oh, no, but I'm depressed because my hair's blue and purple and I think I'm a penguin. Do you know what I mean? It's everyone's too busy. Oh, yeah, don't say anything to upset anyone.
And my septum piercing's gone septic. Yeah, them.
Yeah. Mo's just like, shut up, mate. Oh, he muted himself as well. Gutted.
I think he's looking at chat, laddies.
I'm looking at the comments, that's all. I'm trying to respond.
Yeah. Oh, there's. Oh, I thought you were watching adult content.
Yeah, at the same time, yes. I'm on a dual screen.
We've only got about 8.5 minutes left.
Let's just see how he responds. I'd like to play this step by step.
Yeah.
There's a very clear path in order to get this done for the betterment of this country. And it's up to him as to, you know, if he wishes to take that path or not.
Yeah, I think one thing that I want to make clear for everyone, because there'll be people watching this they could be Reform followers, they could be Restore followers, they're going to be Advanced members. You know, I always say to these people, look, the difference in our beliefs is the width of a cigarette paper. You know, let's just all get together. But one of the problems for a lot of people that are Advanced members, Ben, is that they feel a loyalty to you because you've been straight with everyone right from day one. And some people, I think some people have difficulty dealing with an honest politician. It's such a rare commodity that when they see one, they don't always recognise it. But you know, a lot of people are very determined to stick with you and to get behind you fully, myself included. I've got to be honest with you. I like Rupert. I like him a lot. I like the way he speaks. But I think a lot of people are now waiting with bated breath. You know, you, my friend, if you don't mind me saying, I think you've done everything that you can, Ben. There's not much more that you can do, is there, at this stage?
I'm glad you said that, Paul. My aim has always been to do as much as I possibly can. I think I once said, I will stand on the battlefield swinging my sword until I am slain. And all you can do is keep doing what you can do until you can no longer do it. And I will keep doing it. And I will try to we're all human, but I will try to set aside any ambiguity or confusion in my own mind because of how my own personality wishes to react to a situation. I will try always to set that aside, think about what is good for the country here, not even the party, what is good for the country here, and how do we deliver that? How do we make sure we get a pro-British government that is capable of restoring the United Kingdom at the next general election. That's all I care about. And we've got to keep focused on that, keep doing the right thing. In my experience in life, if you keep doing the right thing, you eventually get the right result. As difficult as that path might be to stay true to that path, you must keep staying true to that path.
Do you think one of Rupert's problems in the past maybe is the college? Do you think he's a fan of that idea, or do you think that's not something that he particularly appreciates?
So the idea,
sorry, Ben, I think the college is really is one of the strengths of Advance, and a lot of people tell me that.
Well, I think it's a strength of Advance. It mimics, if you like, the representative democracy that we have in our own country.
Can you imagine if something like the college was rolled out and it had to be something in every single political party? Would you reckon
This is what I'm saying.
Oh, that'd be great.
This is what I said earlier about this genie is now out the bottle. You know what I mean? There's going to be no putting it back in there without people getting mad about it. You know, it's already out the bottle. The idea is already out.
Yeah. Sorry, play it a bit more because Ben goes into more detail.
The college is almost like the parliament of Advance UK. We've got the membership who are like the electorate, and then you've got the college who represent the electorate, and they hold me to account. I'm like the government, if you like, in this equation. They hold me to account. They hold the executive to account. They guide us. They act as a body on whom I can rely when I need advice and support and so on. The college is a great concept. And if one of your aims, which I imagine it is for Rupert, is to restore the democracy in this country, you've got to use a kind of democratic or semi-democratic, at least, method of doing it. One of the big problems I have with reform and Farage's approach is that it's dictatorial, it's top down, it's do as I say, jump. When I say jump, your question should be how high. And so if we want to restore this very sensitive, wonderful constitution of our country, our democracy, there's got to be some democratic element involved in that restoration. The process itself has to be democratic. It's got to pull on other people. Policies can't be made up by one guy. They've got to be made by a body of people. There's got to be discussion. And that does make the process more challenging, but it means that when you get the policy, you get the correct result. I'm sure you watched my speech last week in the Emmanuel Centre. That was the collective effort. That was a synopsis in draft of the collective effort of some formidable minds. And just about every line I read out resulted in thunderous applause, if not a standing ovation. Not because I'd done anything clever. I was acting as a spokesman for the college. But the college produced this wonderful policy on culture, and then another wonderful policy on immigration, which was all joined up. It addressed all the key points that we need to address in order to turn the direction of travel of the country around. And, it was partly economic. We talked about inheritance tax being critical to restoring our country. We talked about how we've got to cut welfare, cut taxes on the working and middle classes. Even though these are economic policies, they play into culture and into immigration. And it's only through having that intellectual ballast behind you that you can have this coherent, holistic approach to policy making. And so I think the college is great. And as I say, I don't think you can restore democracy through dictatorship. It doesn't work that way, which is where reform has gone. One of the areas in which reform has gone so wrong.
Ben, when I go back, I mean, missed opportunities comes to mind. When I think about it, Boris Johnson was given a huge mandate to deliver Brexit and do the right things to stop illegal migration, and he missed that opportunity. And then we stepped forward, Nigel Farage with reform. He probably missed the biggest opportunity of all by
tragedy.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, tragedy is the word. He's missed the opportunity. I'm worried that we might miss another opportunity, Ben. We've got to make sure it doesn't happen.
Well, the worst thing I could do, Paul, is to say a pox on your house, Rupert. You haven't joined Advance, or I'm going head to head with you. That's the worst thing I could do, because that would just we're ideologically, I'm not ideologically aligned with Nigel Farage. I have great areas on which I disagree with him, and I think he's supremely ill qualified to be Prime Minister. Rupert Lowe could easily be Prime Minister. Absolutely.
So you would support, and for the record, Ben, you would be prepared to move into any position potentially that was for the good of the country.
Absolutely. Any position.
Is there anything you want to add, Ben, to that?
Nothing. I mean, if Rupert Lowe sees this interview or bits of it, what I would say is, Rupert, set aside personal positions, set aside party positions, think about the country, think about the phenomenal progress that Advance has made. The door is wide open. The mechanism exists. We've discussed the mechanism. Let's get it done. Let's do it.
Wow, what a message. Let's get it done. So everyone out there, what have you been saying?
Pause. The college is held accountable by the other members. Any leftist dissent would be immediately quashed. Then I get a little red warning. This comment has failed to post to the wizard words. What's going off there, Wiz?
Oh, dude.
What?
No idea.
Well, I've just said it. So there you go.
United we will win, divided we will fall. And once again, Ben Habib is here to try and unite us all. It's down to Rupert Lowe. The ball is in your court, Rupert. And, we'll see how it goes, Ben. I wish you all the very best, that. And hopefully we'll get a response from Rupert very soon. Good luck to you, Ben.
And thank you, Paul. And can I just thank all your viewers for all their support and everything that you do for getting the message out there. And we just keep fighting until we can no longer fight. That is all we can be asked to do. And that's Ben, all we can deliver.
We'll go down on the battlefield together until our swords are blunt.
100%.
All the best, Ben.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Wow.
I'm rewording it. That's twice.
I don't know why it's doing that, mate. It's messes certain words that
not done it. No,
not good in that. But
I've even changed leftist to left in case that was a trigger word for YouTube. You know what it's like.
Yeah, but I'll leave you two just for 2 secs. I've got to go to the little boy's room.
Very good. See you in a bit.
So you two can discuss. I'll keep my headphones on, so please
run
do not
there,
talk
gallop
about
back.
me.
Run there, gallop back. Run there, gallop back. Miss you already, mate. Yeah, it's a bit of a prat, isn't he? Gunk womble.
He's probably gone forever. He's not going to return. We're going to have the stream for ourselves.
Flush his beard down, follow it, and then his face will follow down the U-bend. Yeah. Well, lots of people there not understanding the college structure, what have you, saying, oh, well, what if a leftist gets in, but they can't, can they, Mo? Because same as I mentioned in my colleague, in my message I tried to send out now 3 times, the college is held accountable by the other members, including us, the members and the other college members, all right? Any leftist dissent would immediately be quashed, okay? So it's not just holding it out to the public, is it? For any idiot to chuff in joining. It's filtered by the college and by the members as well. So even if you ask a question, we might not bother saying it because we'll obviously, acknowledge that question. But if we don't feel that needs to be raised into the college, then because we've seen it elsewhere, asked on another stream, then we might not raise it in the college, but we will, always acknowledge your question, whatever that might be, while we still can, because obviously this channel's growing with massive popularity, and obviously in a bit we're not going to be able to keep up with the chat at some point, but we're going to try and do the best that we can to communicate your messages on. I'm personally going I'm personally going. I'm not going to mention that I'm going on holiday again, even though I am. I'm going over there, and I'm hoping to meet up with Paul Thorpe and get the news from him. I've got a 4 gig memory card. I think that should hold a good hours worth of video. That's if he wants to talk.
Oh, that's plenty, mate. That's plenty.
Yeah, I'm recording it at 1080 because, you know, I'm not expecting people to pay so as to get the full 4K, you know, bloody super duper live, you know, stream.
Unsaturated, no blemishes, nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Sod that. You know, you get in 1080p. You don't need to pay for it. You know, I haven't even got enough on my channel to become monetized.
You go in there for a suntan. You're gonna come back like looking like an African.
How white I am, crikey! Look like
you're gonna be completely tanned.
Yeah.
Even in winter, it's so sunny there.
Oh yeah, it was red hot the other day. Even Paul said, you know, even though I'm acclimatized, he said, I had to put my t-shirt and my shorts on today. It was that hot.
It's not even that cold today. It's quite warm. Yeah.
Oh, we've got 4 degrees here, mate. I've even got the little icicle on my car dashboard because I went out earlier to go and get my poor man's cocaine, which is my white monster, and I mix it with fruit cordial. I've had 2 now and 1 coffee. Crikey me.
Yeah.
I look like a proper raver. Look like a proper raver now.
Nice.
Nice. You've got one, haven't you? No, that's milkshake.
Nah, not really. Just let me give me a moment. Entertain our guests.
Right, okay. Here, ladies. There you go, ladies. For the ladies out there, look. There you go. You see? Yeah, that's how I really look. Rip my t-shirt. I'm not taking any of these on my holidays, by the way. I just thought I'd wear it for the stream because we all need cheering up, don't we, guys? Yes. So I'm unable to control the chat stream. I'm unable to highlight any comments. So I'm watching them as they're going up. If you've got any questions, just do a QQ, and then Wiz will be able to review them after his whiz. How's that?
He's whizzed off. Oh. No, keep falling.
I'll have to Peace Para. I will have to ask Wiz to send you that. Wiz, can you send? Peace Para wants the link. Are we doing a guest interview today? I know we've got Mo on and me. Obviously, you know, we're just general riffraff from off the streets, but you know, another piece of general riffraff wants to come up off the streets with Peace Para if they can.
Planning on it, mate. Wasn't planning on it.
Well, then she'll have to catch up with you on a public stream, if that's the case. Yeah.
What is today?
Monday, wrote Mr. Kipling.
Can't think what I've got up for tomorrow. Let me have a quick look. I forgot.
Mañana. I think is that Italian or Spain? Do I know another word in Spanish that I can use in Benidorm when I've got on my holidays tomorrow? Mañana. I think that's Italian, isn't it? Tomorrow.
What we've got 17th is can Rupert Lowe restore Britain, unite and run the country. And then we've got will Keir Starmer be ousted by rain or streeting? Like, we don't want any of these on Wednesday. So Tuesday we'll talk about Rupert Lowe, obviously government, etc. So yeah, that'd be a better one for you to come up
from
Peace Para.
What day's that?
Tomorrow from 1 o'clock. Because I mean, we've been going for an hour 47 already, haven't we?
Yeah.
So I think what he's going to say is going to be quite like informative, and we have to take it in so we can talk about Rupert Lowe and have him up for that. What I'll say, Peace Power, we're live from 1 o'clock. So if you're here from the beginning, you can come up on the screen from the beginning with me. I don't know if Mo or Richard are about tomorrow, 1 o'clock or whatever, but if that's the case, we can all discuss as and when.
Wiz.
But yeah, I know you're in Benidorm.
Have you forgotten already? Do you want me? I've got to mention it again.
No,
this has been the main topic for the last month.
But once you've landed, you can go live. But I'd be nice to have a break from you, to be honest.
I will have no mobile data in Spain, mate. I will only have Wi-Fi data. That means you're going to have to wait for my clip to come out when I
wait,
land.
hold on. You can get a data SIM. It's quite cheap, isn't it?
It's too late now.
Yep.
I'm on a contract. I'm cutting off from the internet for a week. Okay. So
Fair enough.
there you go. A nice detox for me. Yeah. No need to see you two for a week, a whole week. Of no
Wow,
need
you're
to
really
see-
suntanning. You're going for
Yeah.
the suntan at the beach.
Damn right.
Bloody hell.
I'll fill my toes.
Yeah,
The obligatory toes in front of the beach, in front of the sea, with my septic toenail and everything. You'll love it.
yeah, so what we do tomorrow, we talk about where Rupert Lowe can actually run the country, whatever. So that'll be quite interesting to see what people say about that. But yeah, we'll see if we get Peace Para, Michael McCarthy come up, have a chat. If you're about Mo, you're welcome, obviously. We'll have
When's that?
Tomorrow, 1 o'clock.
Mate, I'm working.
Oh,
Not working lad as Mo.
Work. But yeah, so Michael, you can come up with me tomorrow. Happy days from 1 o'clock if you wish. We'll be talking about Rupert Lowe. If that's not your cup of tea, wait till we sort of finish that. Ask for the link in the chat, and then I'll bring you up, and then we can talk. And then we discuss what you're saying about billionaires, trillionaires, and
Is that Michael who you had on yesterday? Is that the same?
Yes, that's the one.
Right,
yeah.
okay. What was
I like
name?
what you're saying. You sent some emails that are really good. I've not read them all yet, but they're quite intriguing. So it's quite fascinating. So it'd be good to discuss that. So we'll do Rupert Lowe tomorrow, and then once I finish talking about that, if you want to come up, Peace Power, or if you want to talk about Rupert Lowe as well, then obviously you're welcome to. But you let me know. Ask for the link in the chat tomorrow. I'll post it up. I mean, we're not going to go massively into Rupert Lowe because, you know, I've done like 2-hour streams here, there, and everywhere. So there's only so much Rupert Lowe we can get. But I would like to see what people actually think about him running the country and if we will actually unite the country. So we'll discuss that tomorrow. There's a thing I want. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look. I personally don't trust Lowe. See, I've heard that a few times, my friends. All politicians are controlled by the ones that run the show. The elites cause calamity, then you give you a hero, a revolutionist, but it's all to further their agenda.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Once again, the college structure, you know, it should be from the bottom.
You need the
up,
college to keep the leaders accountable. You know, Ben could slide into something really dangerous, and we don't know where his mind could go to. Yeah, so you need a democratic structure.
Where would Farage where would Farage be right now if he had a college structure? He definitely would not be where he's doing.
Nigel Farage.
Yeah, foraging around, like a pig looking for mushrooms, truffles. Yeah,
for truffles. No, for truffles.
A pig.
Golden nuggets.
Guy's
such a grifter.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What you do? I mean, how many other people have got that inkling they just don't trust Lowe? So it's going to be quite interesting the next few weeks. I think.
I think it could have been different if the timing was different. The timing of his announcement was just a bit. You know, I thought you said you'd say, tell us what you would do after the Argyle inquiry.
Yeah,
that's what everyone thought. And then this just comes as a shock, a complete surprise. Bang out nowhere.
A proper split just before Valentine's Day. I mean, that's the worst. You know,
that's very poetic, isn't it? Well, oxymoronic. It's a complete oxymoron.
Yeah. There you go. So about today's interview, well, I think we had our chat, didn't we, during the interview throughout. Any questions out in chat? QQ. If you do a QQ in chat, we can put your question up and then we'll discuss it between us. And chat.
We can do that tomorrow. Peace, Para. Do that tomorrow if you like. Like I say, I start at 1 o'clock. So if you want to be here from the beginning and come up, not a problem. Just ask for the link. Or we'll have our discussion. We'll all talk about Rupert Lowe, maybe half hour or so, and then you can come up and you can actually have your say about whatever you like, and then we'll discuss that for another half hour, 45 minutes if you like. I think that would be the best bet. do the Rupert Lowe stuff, and then get you up after about half an hour or so, and then we can have a chat and do that. And I'll change the title and say, like, with special guest Michael McCarthy after the Rupert Lowe stuff. I think that'd be best. That sounds good now. I've said it out loud. So we'll do Rupert Lowe for half an hour or so. Then you can come up and we'll discuss, because I think what you speak about is fascinating. So, yes, happy days. What else is going on in chat?
Someone said something about get up off the couch. Enough with the entertainment. Get up off the couch and do something. We are doing something.
By talking, by discussing,
by discussing, because we've got the college whereby we can report anything back to the college and things. You know, we've got Paul Thorpe on speed dial, etc. I mean, how much more do you want us to do? You know, I'm disabled. Mo's at work tomorrow. Wiz is obviously disabled. Yeah. So yeah.
Chilling, mate. Doing the YouTube.
I work at least 10 hours a day, sometimes 12 hours a day, just trawling through the internet and remembering things that I've read on, on the internet, etc. Wiz is constantly going through his X feeds, looking for new bits of news on there for you. We are doing something, and then we're bringing it to you so that you, the public, can Q&A us on here about what things we know. Not all of you have got that kind of time to invest in scraping for news stories from the internet. I like to think that we're fairly knowledgeable on this stuff. We keep our ear to the ground, put it that way.
Yeah, not say Richard's got anger issues. He just says it the way it is, but yeah, he does all that, and then he puts up like a Christian song or something, doesn't he?
Yeah. No, I like those AI songs.
Yeah,
they're quite good, actually.
Yeah,
they're quite well made.
Yeah,
you literally dance to them.
I quite liked his intro thing. I'm surprised. I bet you do, Mo. It's very rock. His intro theme to his breakfast. Richard Inman's breakfast show was his rock theme that he's got going on. I like that. Yeah, I thought he might like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I got my rock theme for my Mozo Mike intro as well.
All right, okay.
But it's all using the YouTube audio library, because don't want to get a copyright strike. Even if I'm not monetized, you could get a copyright strike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Got to be careful.
I got a slight one when I was doing my Super 8 films. It was basically for my family. It's had 120 views, but I used like Cliff Richard. We're all going on a summer holiday as a backing track, and it said, "Oh, this is banned in some countries, like because it's copyright." And I thought, "Oh God." I just took it out of the DJ, because I used to DJ as well, years ago, up to about the year 2000. When they banned smoking in pubs, that's when I got out. Sod that. I like vaping. Oh yeah, someone, by the way. So I rewatched our stream because I like laughing at myself, right? So I rewatched our live stream, and I knew, and then I could read the comments properly, and people were saying, "Oh, do you realise you're smoking chuffing chip fat?" Well, you know what? The day that they have a government health warning for any chip fryer down at our chip shop, right? A government health warning saying, "Warning, frying chips could cause you to have this, that, and the other disease like cancer," right? Is the day I'll stop vaping. Okay, stop projecting your control onto me vaping. Okay, I no longer smoke 30 grams of tobacco every 2 days, and my windows and my curtains and all my decorations are all thanking me for it, because they haven't turned chuffing yellow in the last year that I've been vaping on this. It's steam. Get your head out of your arse.
Just waiting for Michael to connect.
YouTube.
He said he only needs 5 minutes just to say his bit, so you're not.
Oh, is he Peace Parrot?
But this is top news. It's literally just coming through now, saying Starmer's abandoned plans to cancel the local elections. Because the Electoral Commission says they have no plans to cancel them.
Another U-turn from Mr. Starmer. How wonderful.
Wow. Well done.
I knew he would. From his past chuffing track record. Has he actually brought in any policy? except arrest that
I
person
think
for
so.
saying a nasty thing on the chuffing on social media. It's not brought anything in except that. Silence the dissent. Keir Starmer's a toolmaker.
Talk about living the dream, look. Look, he's climbing a mountain tomorrow with my children.
A mountain.
A mountain. Just make it. Oh, hello. I'm Michael McCarthy.
Wait a minute.
And he's gonna power down. He's gonna power down from the mountain.
Is that avatar he's got there? Him falling off the mountain or what?
He's powering off. He's parachuting off.
That's him.
Gotta be.
That's him after talking to Rupert Lowe about the college.
I give up. He's not listening.
But Michael, it's saying at the back, devices not connected. It's saying you need to connect your microphone stroke cam before being added to the stream. So I don't know what's going on your end with your mobile and that, but you are there, but the camera's not, or the microphone's not doing whatever it's supposed to be doing. But as soon as it looks like tickety boo, I'll get you up. But yeah, what are we reckon about this then, guys? Like, look, Starmer's abandoned plans to cancel local elections in May. Local elections in 30 local authorities will now go ahead, reversing a previous decision to delay them until 2027.
I mean, how do you even manage cancelling elections? Honestly, it's just like how are people even happy with that?
I know, it's mental. It's mental. Can you hear us, Michael?
Yeah, I can't get I can hear you fine. I just can't get my camera to work.
That's all right. We don't want to show your face. You'll be wearing lipstick. It's not a problem.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, no, totally fine. No, it wasn't about my face. I just wanted to show you some 4 essential reads. I'm trying to get the camera to work. My daughter's stepping in, so it says press Control plus E. Control
technology.
Yeah.
I see you're black and climbing a mountain tomorrow. How cool is that?
Yeah. Well, we're about 15 minutes away from the local hills around here, so it's.
Very nice.
I mean, it's not quite Snowdonia, but it's good.
And then your avatar picture looks like you're going to be parachuting from the top of it as well with your.
Oh no, I jumped off. In between wars, I used to go around the world jumping off tall buildings. So that's me. That was actually that photograph there is me jumping off the top of the Eiffel Tower, and
really?
that was about.
Wow!
That was about 18 months after I got back from the Falklands War. So yeah, that was.
I said it was him, did I? I said I bet that's him.
And
like,
yeah, so but it's a nice photograph. It's a beautiful.
Mate, that is
like that.
banging. Off the Eiffel Tower.
Hey, have you ever jumped off the Burj Khalifa?
No, I never did. I've stopped it all. I've stopped base jumping. I've done lots of thousands of skydives and base jumps, but now.
What happened?
He's jumped off.
He's managed to press
one of the mountains.
Control.
That wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Control Alt Eject. Control Alt Eject. He's managed to press there. I'm wondering whether or not his camera's actually enabled.
The eject button.
I'm wondering whether or not his camera.
He's parachuting down.
I'm wondering whether or not his camera function button's been, hasn't been pressed on his computer. Yeah, because no amount of Control and E to enable his camera on StreamYards will help him doing that if his camera's not enabled on his actual laptop button. Do you get me? You get yeah. What?
Oh, cherries! That's comment of the day.
The sooner Electrodoc finds a transformer on plenty of fish, the faster he'll be distracted and we can get back to chatting sense. Is that a pair of nuts? Is that a pair of nuts? And then somebody in sunglasses and a thumbs up. I mean, I'm getting mixed messages here, guys.
That's cherries. That's the way to get trans on plenty of fish. It just made me chuckle. I didn't read the rest.
I don't think that's a pair of cherries, mate.
There's
a hidden metaphor in there.
So.
Every 10 swipes that you do, all right, there is someone who looks like me who's pretending to be a woman. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hello, my name's Georgina. You know what his real name is.
He's coming on pause.
Fucking George. George, an airy horse trucker from India.
I was seeing if I can get Richard Inman on here for a chat to see what he's like. That'd be good. Oh, right. Is he there? I think it's just the camera not working.
Yeah, right now it's a camera issue. Yes, now that's yeah. There you go.
Oh,
there you go.
There he is.
Oh no, he's made it.
Was it your button that you had pressed on the laptop?
Yeah, my homeschool daughter figured it out. So
yeah, there you go.
It always comes down to the youth to show us how to do that.
Anyway, that was so I don't jump off buildings anymore, and I'm okay now. But it was an essential therapy for my PTSD was to go and I think
experience PTSD by doing something like that.
Well, I think jumping off buildings is kind of like a near death situation that you have you have some control over. Whereas if you're if you're in a war, it's
I wouldn't be able to control myself.
Well, it's unpredictable,
and just circle round.
But anyway, quickly. But that was great. I really enjoyed. But I just wanted to pop on and I mean, I've been studying this stuff since I was 9, really, as much as a 9-year-old could. And then obviously my whole life has been useful too. But yeah, I just essential reads. If you're a genuine nationalist, I think you just have to kind of understand how to understand the problem before you can figure out a solution.
Yeah.
And so I think just I think there's some foundational knowledge that's necessary to understand why nations are being destroyed and why the preservation of nations are so important, because it's really the best defense, because nations are natural law. So I think we just have to align ourselves with the natural world. But yeah, so an essential read to, I mean, this stuff is in academia, but they gatekeep it. They don't make it mainstream. But there's a lot of people don't understand money, but if you study the history of money, it's very, very important, and the monopoly of slavery and precious metals that went back 4,000 or 5,000 years ago, and so that's really when the money power got organized, and it's been 24/7 ever since then. But a really introductory read to money is a book by David Askell, and it's called The Babylonian Woe. It's a brilliant read, and it just helps you. It goes back thousands of years, and it comes right up to the current day. But that's if you want to understand the international money power and the central banking cartel, start with this book. So if this book was in every high school, it would be wonderful.
Excellent. Yeah.
And
Dr. Craig, sorry, mate. I just want to say, Dr. Craig Walton from the College of Advancers joined us there on the screen.
Hi, Craig. Nice to see you again.
Only 2 hours, 7 minutes late, but Mr. Michael McCarthy's just running through some books that are must-reads. Look, I've actually got a pen and paper, Michael. I'm writing this down. I hope you realise.
These are good. I mean, I think if you just, you can actually read all these books in a month. I mean, I try and read a book a week, but I mean, you could easily read all 4 books in a month. But it's to understand finance, to understand money. This is an essential read. Anyone in the stock, I've some banker friends, and they understand it's a rigged game. It's absolutely rigged. Yeah. But it's been rigged for 4,000 years. And so to understand Fabian socialism, which is a real thing, and we're living in amongst it. I mean, everything since 1948 has really been a Fabian socialist success story, really. Or 1848 was when they got kicked off. But this guy used to do. He's a researcher for MI5, MI6, a whole bunch of stuff. But he's interesting. A guy called Dr. John Coleman.
Right.
I mean, he's not anymore. I think I've actually seen him on YouTube. But he's written many books. All his books are very good, very well researched. He's a researcher. And this one is called Dr. John Coleman, and it's the One World Order Socialist Dictatorship.
Lovely.
Oh, that looks really interesting.
And this is unputdownable. I mean, and it's a real easy read. Fantastic book, an essential read. Like, if you don't understand the problem, you won't be able to fix the problem. And these books help you kind of understand the problem. And another useful one, I mean, it's all in the Old Testament anyway, but the restoration of the Abrahamic faith is something that the Hebrew prophets were doing long before Yeshua or Jesus turned up.
Right.
He was late in the game, really. But if you understand the Abrahamic faith, and of course, many of the Hebrew prophets were killed for trying to get their people back to the original faith, and the original faith was for all mankind. It wasn't just for a particular people. It was for all mankind. And that's what, I mean, people like the prophet Jeremiah, he was stoned to death by his own people for trying to get them back on track. The prophet Isaiah was literally sawn in half by his own people for try and get them back on track. So, and we know what happened to Yeshua, but Jesus. So this is a good book, and this is another unput down a book. It's very good. James Tabor speaks Hebrew, Aramaic. He's spent so much time in the Holy Land. Really knows his stuff. Seems like a nice guy. So he's like me. I'm a devotee to the original Abrahamic faith, not the religions that came out of it. So that's that one. And then I think the fourth essential one is to really understand why the central banks are behaving the way that they are. And if you read this book, this is Blip by Christopher Clugston. And this is the work of geological economists, and friends of mine have done close protection for some of these people, but they've been crying out since the 1920s, and this is what they've been saying, that we've had the 300-year experiment with industrialization, and it's failed. But whilst it's still around, let's use it, and we'll use the computers, and we'll but it's failed. And that's why they're behaving the way that they are, because they have to create mass depopulation, and they're very, very serious about it. And of course, the political class and the mainstream media and the academy are just tools for them in order so that they can get away with it. And so all this stuff is known in academia. But you have to understand that, and I worked in, well, briefly. I mean, I was a freelancer, but I did work in, you could say I worked in mainstream media. But mainstream media is really just the propaganda wing of the intelligence community that is the tool of the central banks. That's all it is. And anyone, and I've been around a lot of key people in mainstream media, and it's mainstream media is just it's the propaganda wing of the intelligence community. And my thing on Rupert Lowe, and Ben Habib, who my sense is I think that they're good people, but they might be players, and if you could ask them, if you get a chance, and I'd love to chat with them.
Well, you're talking right now to a college member.
Oh, okay.
Craig. This is Craig. Craig Walton.
Craig. Oh, right on, Craig. Yeah, I'd love to chat to them. And I am, a combat veteran from many, many wars all around the world since 1982 until 1998. So if they could, I would ask them, would they question the official narrative of 9/11? Because of course 9/11 was the hoax of the 21st century, or certainly before COVID. But if and any part, I was a pilot on that day, so I was living in California, and so I know by the middle of the afternoon that the official narrative was a hoax, absolute hoax. And so if they're not willing to cry out for a genuine criminal investigation to 9/11, then they're obviously playing for the other side, because our troops, Welsh, English, Scottish, and Irish troops, were sacrificed. Feel
your pain. I think it's more in the Americans' court, really. Donald Trump, what he decides to release about that, if there's anything to.
Well, once again, Trump's. I worked for a U.S. congressman and presidential candidate for 2 years, so Trump is a player. I mean, Trump, bless his heart, all he is, he's just a compromised asset of the intelligence community. That's why he's there.
Okay.
You don't get to be the president of America unless you're a compromised asset of the intelligence community, so and who are a tool of the central banks, and so the CIA is just MI6 West. So there's and I know two CIA analysts actually. One of them used to brief presidents, but Yeah. So Scott Ritter. I know Scott Ritter is a guy who's speaking out, but he says some interesting things. But I would love to meet these men because I really care about these men and I really believe in what they're trying to do. But how genuine are they? And 9/11 is a real easy one. And so we just need to talk about that because, you know, we're still living in the death throes of that. Literally, I mean, our own people, were slaughtered on these battlefields, and they shouldn't have been there. These were illegal wars. These were crimes against humanity that the British Defence Forces should own up to. And
I'll have to get you on, Michael. We'll have to do a show with
we'll have a proper chat about it.
It'd be really interesting. I mean, I can't wait to hear it.
The 9/11 is really interesting.
Lovely to hear from you again. I mean,
someone mentioned Ant Middleton, and I know that. I mean, I'm in and out of Hereford and a few other things, but I mean, Ant Middleton, bless his heart, says some interesting things, but he's. You have to understand that the British military is the strong arm of the central banks. That's it. The British military. It's not a defense. It's they don't. Their purpose is not to defend the nation, which should be their primary role. That is not their role at all. Their job is to dismantle the nation in service to the central banks. And there's an awful lot of men, particularly in elite forces, that know this, but they're too afraid to speak out.
See, the advanced college structure, it's a bottom up approach, you see. So it's down to the people again. Same as I mentioned to you yesterday, you know, and we're actually proving it right now. You know, you're here, you're letting your views be known to a college member. It is just dipped off at the moment, I don't know where. But and to us, and you know, we will be happy to support or put your questions.
You have to let me know, Michael. You have to email me. Let me know when you're around. So we'll do a show because we normally talk for a good hour and a half or so. So if you're around at some point, I'll actually do a show around yourself. I'll let you talk freely. I mean, it fascinates me. If I've got any questions, I'll ask them. But if you're available to actually just you and I feature in a show, then please email me when you're available. You can see it at the top of the screen when I'm live, but if it's another time that's convenient and better for you, let me know. I think we should do something, and I think you should get your message and what you know out there. So I mean, it fascinates me.
And I'm totally. I know that we're going to win. I just know we're going to win in the end.
I hope so. I hope so.
So it's about education. You know, you can't have a successful revolution if your people are ignorant. And our revolution is coming from a place of love.
Wonderful message.
I hear you. I hear you. I mean,
thanks, Mike.
Fascinating. I mean, there's going to be people that disagree with you and say whatever in the chat, and that'd be good because we're live. I can actually throw those questions to you, Michael, and you can put them in their place. And
I don't mind. I don't want anyone to, I don't want everyone to agree with me, but it's just whatever opinion you have to be able to back it up with data. Because if there's no data to back up your opinion, it's just a figment of your imagination, which you're entitled to. But if all you have is an active imagination, you should be kept out of the way because we just have to have we have to live in the real world. And we're living in a culture of make-believe right now. And that's why these 4 books are so essential to read. So I would start with Blip. Start with Blip.
I mean, let's just be clear. Let's just be clear. You're not talking conspiracy theories, are you? About the
no.
You're not talking the jet fuel can't melt steel beams, which of course it can do because it was like a big chimney, wasn't it? Bringing all the air up, and that's what melted the beams. You're not talking that.
I do conspiracy analysis in 1986 actually. All this stuff you can Google it, whatever. But or AI will tell you. But I was the man that jumped off the top of the Empire State Building in New York with a parachute, and I landed on Fifth Avenue. And so after that jump, I got to know he contacted me, he tracked me down, a guy called Philippe Petit, and Philippe was the man that walked between the Twin Towers on a tightrope walk. And so I knew Philippe very well. And I didn't jump off because I was stuck in New York for 6 months because they took me to court for jumping off the building. And then I left the country. But I was planning to jump off the Empire State Building, the Twin Towers. So I studied them deeply. I mean, I know them so intimately, as does Philippe Petit. And there's no way the official. That once again, and it's if you had a genuine criminal investigation, all of this would come out, and that to me should be the job of any British political party, is to speak about that, because that's massive. I mean, that was an incredible crime against humanity. So yeah, and you just I mean, I can put you in touch with a guy that stood on a landmine in Afghanistan. And had both his legs blown off and one arm. So he's got no legs and he's only got one arm. He's a Marine, ex-Marine, a guy called Mark Ormond. And
oh, crazy world we live in. Well, yeah. You and I we're gonna have to do a stream together, my friend. I think we're gonna have to do that, and that'd be great to get all your information out. You've obviously got a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience, so I'm definitely up for listening to that, mate, whenever you've got time. So if you could email me, mate, I'd really appreciate it. And we'll, in a non-homosexual context, we'll make a date and we'll do something. It'll be fascinating.
Yeah, cool. That's fine.
Happy days.
We should do. Because
I'm up for that, definitely, 100%. It fascinates me, all this sort of stuff, because because people are so quick with the conspiracy rubbish, it just goes straight through me. I can't stand it. But to hear yourself, who's actually educated and experienced and can talk more facts, then I'll listen. Do you know what I mean? So I'm definitely up for that. But I really appreciate you.
Because British nationalism really owes the world an apology. They really do.
Interesting. Brilliant.
Anyway,
then, mate.
So that's it, man.
But I appreciate you coming up for those books. I've written them all down. I've got them. I'll have a Google.
And if you can, I mean,
thanks.
My book will be out soon, but it's taken me a while. But it's it's a good read. It's it's just backed up with data, really. But and AI went through the whole thing and gave me a 9.5 out of 10, which was way higher than the UN or the American government in terms of my vision and my plan for the world, to bring peace to the world. And so AI seems to like it. So I wrote the book, but it's not a good website. I'm not a techie, but even though I lived in Silicon Valley for 7 years, but I wasn't doing tech. But my website, mccarthyplan.com, does have a vision. It's got 26 points that AI tore apart and gave me 9.5 out of 10. And so those 26 points, not the details of them all and the data that backs them up, but the 26 points are on mccarthyplan.com. And to me, you know, and it's not set in stone. My vision's set in stone, but the points, you can rip them apart as long as you can improve them. And I have friends of every race and every religion all over the world that love it, and they've helped develop it, because
cool.
And that's it, really. So check that out and then see what you think. But nationalism
we'll do.
Fundamental for world peace. It's fundamental for world peace. And so that's why we must figure out what a nation is and promote it and be it. And British nationalism needs to be a light unto the world, just like Irish nationalism, because it's our nations. Our nations have been the cannon fodder longer than any other nation.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's
100%.
it. So
all right,
have the best day ever. And
shalom.
Shalom. See you soon.
Shalom. Thank you very much.
See you, Michael. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.
Bye.
Michael, we left
where's Craig? We need to get Craig back on, because everyone in the chat is desperate to get Craig on.
Yeah, Craig
wants them to speak.
I've not looked at the chat. Sorry, it's
Craig, everyone wants Craig on.
No, he came up. We weren't. I didn't think Craig was actually going to turn up today, to be honest. And then when Michael said,
Mate, look at your shirt. It's Wolf in Wall Street.
Yep. I've changed my attire once again for the official interview with Dr. Craig Walton. If he's still out there, Craig, please appear. I've no longer got a ripped T-shirt showing off my muscular physique. I'm in a shirt and tie, as you can see. Very quick change.
Craig just says, seems like you have another interview going on, so I may have to run. No, I'll try messaging him. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, see, yeah, literally, because I didn't think he was going to come, so I thought, oh, we'll have him up for 5-10 minutes just to say whatever. Sod's Law, he comes along then, isn't it? It's like buses again, isn't it?
Yeah, Michael does take his time to speak. He does take his time to speak.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I bet he's got so much info. I'd love to pick his brain. But Party Pants 2007. Oh, his pants are full of air. He said, boy, I'm peed today with an attack video Dino Bane made on our Richard Inman. I haven't seen that or heard of that.
And of course, the Jews. Yeah, Dino Bane doing his typical, oh, it's the Jews, don't you know? I'm starting to sound like a apostate prophet there, aren't I? The Jews and David Wood. It's the Jews.
Is that actually Dino Bane? Is that actually a channel? Is it? I'll write it down.
DINOBANE. Yeah.
I mean, he says he claims to be an ethno-nationalist, but he lives in Thailand or something, or some South Asian country.
I'm a patriot. I don't vote. I'm not British. I don't even live in your country, and I hate you all. But I'm a patriot.
Yeah. Seems like I'll leave my likes till end of his stream, and then I like it if it's not, said it's the Jews. I tell you, it's the Jews. David Wood, isn't it?
And I hate how he reference people's names. Like, you don't, if you want to talk about someone, just say, just comment on the content, but don't name his name out just to get clicks. And it's all clickbait.
Yeah, unless you. I mean, a lot of what I do, if I'm going to say something like we just done that video with Paul and Ben, I'll actually bring the video up so people can see it. So you don't have to sit there naming it. You can see who it is. Do you know what I mean? And it's there, and then you can comment on it. Yeah. But I don't go looking for videos to then rip the living crap out of people. I don't do that.
Exactly. Yeah, it shouldn't be used for
just say, oh, yeah, I agree, I disagree. Not start being literally attacking people. That's pointless. Absolutely pointless. So, Guna Barty. Richard had such a strong reaction. Unfortunately, people will react to his reaction. I've seen loads on here in the last 2 days, unfortunately. Yeah, but what is wrong with him getting angry because he has an opinion and he's peed off? Because I was like that. Literally, I let rip, didn't I? And I was getting myself out on X and that. And this is just ridiculous. And that I was fuming because I felt a bit betrayed. I was like, hey, hang on, what's going on? So I think Richard is entitled to react however he wishes to react to it. If you've got an opinion on it, that's all it is. His reaction doesn't mean it's right or wrong, does it? Well, I don't know. But I don't mind Richard. He's willing to. He's a bit like Paul. He talks from the heart, I suppose, heart and mind.
Yeah, Richard helped me out a lot during my time of spiritual awakening and stuff. Richard's he's a good guy. He's just a bit of a red hot chili pepper. That's all. And
good hot chili pepper. That's a good one.
You like that band, don't you? You like that band?
Is it? Oh yeah, it is a band. I don't really.
Chili Peppers, yeah.
Chili Peppers,
I don't even listen to them. They're more like punk rock.
Yeah.
I don't wanna be. Is that it? Like I did that thing. Take me to the place I love. Richard did a lot more for the movement and working with Tommy on the Art of, I know what you mean by Art of Britain series at great personal financial cost. What has Dino Bane done?
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, I know what you're saying, mate. I know what you're saying.
One good thing can be said. One good thing can be said about Dino Bane. He cannot stand Farage. He sees straight through Farage as we do, as I do.
Yeah, he was the one who warned us about reform and Nigel Farage.
Yeah.
But I guess Paul Thorpe was kind of pulling the strings of let's get behind something that can challenge the establishment until we have found out that they are part of the establishment, the Tory 2.0.
Yeah.
Reform.
Mo's just messaged him, I think, on X or whatever, but he might be busy. He might have only had X amount of time to come up, and just sod's law. I just happened to bring Michael up, not knowing.
Oh, he's just messaged. He's just messaged.
Yeah.
He says he's just in another college call, so with a call with a college member. Right. If it ends soon enough, he'll hop back on.
Yeah. Tell them both to discuss. They can both discuss it over here if they want to. Fly on the wall.
No, he's probably chatting with Ben Habib right now. They're holding a meeting.
Yeah.
They're holding a secret meeting and telling us all that Rupert is not willing to merge, which I really do hope is not going to happen. Like Rupert should merge with Advance, but there's that. I don't know.
I thought it would be. Thought it was a given.
Yeah.
I thought it was a given.
But, I mean, in my heart,
come back, please. We have done up the cherries. We have done up the cherries. This is probably an old message now, but as we just heard, this just in. Craig is currently in another interview with another Advanced College member. So.
Afternoon, kid, says Ollie. Yep, he was here, mate. He's a very knowledgeable man who goes around jumping off buildings and climbing mountains.
He just asked for a quick 5-minute segment just to get a word out.
And typical bloody Craig.
And Craig come up at the same time. Yeah.
What are the odds, though? What are the odds?
Like bussers, mate. Like bussers, they are. Yeah.
Yeah, Richard does speak the truth, a bit like Paul Thorpe. So, Starmer has given Sharia law protection. I hope he hasn't. That would be a little bit of a silly thing to do.
That's probably
there's always one. I knew it's coming. Diana Bain, in my opinion, was right. Really, Carol? Really? I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really say too much. But yeah, we're seeing what we can do. He's in another call, hopefully. Doc is flamboyantly homosexual. Congrats. What are all his t-shirts? King of New York. You know, I do not watch
I've got them all laid out on my bed. So whenever I go up for a toilet, you say, I'll go and change my t-shirt. just to fit the it's got a breast pocket, but they don't even work. It's one of them 3D ones, you know.
Yeah,
I've got another one. I've got another one with a big spiral on it, right? And whenever I do a cartwheel, I put everybody into a trance with it. It looks like the time tunnel that Austin Powers jumps into. You know, when it jumps into it, and then they go back in time. That time portal, it looks just like one of them. So if you can imagine me doing a cartwheel, then you know you're under.
Trying not to, mate. To be honest, I'll tell you what. Michael's not climbing mountains. He's going to the beach. He's living the dream, isn't he? Living the dream, Michael.
I'm going to the beach.
Yeah, I look forward to having a video with him. That'd be good.
Yeah.
I put a thing up earlier about something I forgot to say, and I didn't realise it was actually you, Mo. It was your comment. I put it up. I was like, oh yeah. I didn't realise the picture. Oh, it was ages ago. I put one up. And I was, I don't know. It's a while back. I don't know if I can find it now. I put it up.
Mate, talking about conspiracy theories, like with Michael. Honestly, right, yeah. Only Christ. Only Christ. Mate, talking about conspiracy theories, I did take a look at your live streams you did years ago. You did one on Madeleine McCann. We could talk about Madeleine for hours, mate.
Oh, he did a full month's worth. I tuned out of that. You know, I just okay.
Well, I'm gonna watch it. I'm just gonna binge watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Mate, we could talk about Madeleine for hours.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yep.
Did you see Deception Detective? His analysis on
Yes, I watch him. I was going to get the Deception,
Yeah.
but it was like 60 quid. I was like, I'm not paying that for a deck of cards, mate. Not happening.
Oh, damn. Dude, he did such a good analysis of Madeline.
Yeah.
I mean, they're guilty.
I like the way he talks.
The mum and dad are guilty, 100% guilty.
Yes.
There's no way she was abducted, right? I went through the PJ files, looking at the photos and all that. They're saying like, oh, she was in the bed, like here, and then you got the window here. So she was in this bed. And then when you look at the photos, it's the bed, literally. You walk into the room to the left, there's a bed there, then there's the other bed that she was in. No, she was in that bed. You can see it's all disgruntled and all that. And you can see someone's been in there. And then you look at the window and go, who the blimmin' hell is ever going to get through that? And they said, oh,
like,
apparently.
I mean, especially if you have two people who are kidnapping, right? How do you fit two people through that window? It's impossible without waking anyone up. There's no possibility.
Crime scene photos. Not only is the window closed, the bed that she's supposed to be in, she's not in it, and the curtain is behind the bed. The other curtain has a chair against the curtain. And what does Kate McCann say when she walked in? Because where the window's open, the curtains blew out and blew back down again. Well, they can't, because one's behind the bed and one was trapped behind the chair. That physically could not have happened.
No.
And they're making out she's in a bed and she wasn't. And then all those daily activities, there's some signatures and that, and some of them are missing and all this and all that.
No, I think for me, the two big red flags was when Kate McCann, when she discovered that her little Madeline was kidnapped, right? She went and her twins, she has twin daughters as well, not just Madeline. The twin daughters were sleeping. So as soon as she found out that Maddie was at this,
sorry, 2 secs, son and daughter, Sean and Emily.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry, son and daughter. Okay, but they're twins, right? But they're twins. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So her twins were sleeping. Maddie had disappeared, so she ran straight from the apartment to that seafood restaurant, which is 200 yards away, and left the twins there. Do you not see what's wrong with that? That is a big red flag. You don't have to be a mother to understand that is not a motherly thing to do.
Well, you two can do this stream. At the moment, what we're talking about, what's the title of this thing? Because you already done Madeline McCann. You were talking about Madeline McCann. I've looked back at these Madeline McCann, but you had 10 views, mate. Right, so what were we talking about?
What 10 views?
This Maddie McCann thing, it just really... It stirs things up a lot.
Yes, yes, we can agree. It's very odd. Yes.
Yeah, I've covered the whole court case with that Julia Wanda and all her fake crap.
No, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it, mate.
I'm with you, mate. I'll tell you, the distance. Would you ever leave your kids that sort of distance? I mean, back when I was a kid, literally, your parents are right outside the apartment. They're not like 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes walk away in a restaurant, living the dream.
True,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially when you're in a foreign country, you're far away from home. They should have been charged for child negligence straight away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drew Lang,
Madeline. The whole thing is just like really just.
Because of who they are, mate.
Serious.
Getting it back on track, guys. Madeline.
Now Madeline's dead.
Madeline is still alive. Farage is going to announce she's joined Reformed. Too soon. Sorry.
Yeah.
Too soon.
There seems to be more with the fact that the parents drugged her and done something and it went wrong because even the dog sort of like.
I don't think they intentionally killed her. It's just they may have overdosed on the sleeping pills, on the sleeping medication.
Something like
that. Yes.
Or maybe I think Deception Detective said.
We've got any questions in
chat,
by the way? We've got any questions in
stop
chat?
Talking. The dad must have drugged her at the beginning, and then Kate didn't know that Jerry gave her drugs. So then, shut up,
Mike.
And then Kate gave her the drug, so she'd been double diagnosed, and that's how I think. That's pretty bad. She must have died.
Yeah, we'll have to we'll have to do a stream on it. We'll have to have a little chat on that.
Mate, we're gonna have to kick Electro out. He is
I'll mute him.
You're disturbing the peace. You're causing harassment, alarm, and distress.
But yeah, I think the Madeleine McCann mystery. I think that it's so annoying, right? This is another point, though. They give it all the large about in this world how we got all these psychics and psychic detectives. People are that psychic and like mediums and all this, and they can solve all these crimes. Well, who's Jack the Ripper? Where's Madeleine McCann? And what actually happened to her? Oh, yeah.
Mate, where's DB Cooper? Where is DB Cooper? Where's Zodiac the Killer?
Yeah.
Where's
who knows? He jumped out of a plane and went splat because his parachute didn't open, apparently, innit? That's what they reckon. But then they would have found the body, wouldn't they? And other people said he'd done a runner. He actually landed and just disappeared. So exactly. But if you're psychic, how can we not got the answers? So psychics don't exist, do they?
No, and neither do people who put people in trances to grow the boobies. Otherwise, he'd grow a new set of teeth, wouldn't he? Old Polanski, you know. Oh, I've just rescued this stream. I've just put it back onto a political footing. Polanski.
No, we should definitely do an episode on Madeleine.
Do that while I'm on holiday. If you do it while I'm on holiday, right?
No, that's very poetic.
That's
actually,
great.
Yeah.
Got a week. From tomorrow.
Make sure you don't get kidnapped, mate. Make sure you don't get kidnapped.
What, by Paul Thorpe? I'll be putting his garden shed, won't I, with his Rottweiler or whatever he's got. I heard him mention that to Richard Inman, I think it was. Yeah, he said, "Oh yeah, you get kidnapped in my shed, 50 euros a night." But you'll have to share it with your dog.
Mo, that's troubling. We do Madeleine McCann on a Monday with Mo, or we do an extra stream, like when we talk at maybe Thursday 8 o'clock or something like that, and do it on a different one.
Do you do lives? Do you do lives on Tuesdays?
Yes, I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays are at 1. Thursday, Fridays at 4 p.m, but also Thursday 8 p.m, and then Saturday. So 6 a week, isn't it? 7, a lot.
Yeah.
I've got a lot to say,
I don't
mate.
always. Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Name a slot, Mo. Name a slot when you would like to appear, and then I'm sure Wiz can make all the necessaries and maybe have you on later or something whenever you finish work, because I know you're hard-working young man.
216.
I reckon all psychics should be charged with obtaining money by deception and fraud, because they're all lies. And when you say trusted psychics, basically they've done the research. And if you watch psychic shows like Jonathan Edwards and all that, is it Jonathan Edwards? John Edwards, even. All those sort of shows, they got a massive list of these employees. Guess what they come under? Researchers. Just saying. So, yeah, anyone who's saying they're a blooming psychic is absolutely talking out of their backside.
Look at Mystic Meg. Look at Mystic Meg. Did she ever get the lottery numbers right before she got the boot on like the lottery? On the lottery, she never got all the numbers right, did she?
No psychic has actually won the lottery.
I'm Septic Meg. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all rubbish. It's all rubbish. But yeah, I think the Madeleine McCann case is a real thingy. So,
well, put down the 3rd of. Put down the 3rd of March. 3rd of March is a Tuesday. I'm free on. Well, actually, let me see. Hold on a minute. Wait, where's my? Fuck's sake. Oh no, I'm not available. Never mind.
Scribble it out. There you go.
Yeah, because we can bring some bits and bobs up, can't we? And see whatever.
Let's do the 17th of March, because that's when I service my car, so I can't have nowhere to go.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
17th of March. Yeah. Yeah, add that to your calendar.
McCann mystery with Mo. That's what it is.
Hey,
demystifying McCann with Mo's.
That'll work.
Madeleine McCann's mad mystery with Mo.
That's it. Yeah. I'll stream it to my audience as well. That'll be a good one.
I can actually do my Darth Vader impression now. Look, because I've got a pint pot now. I've got an empty pint pot. Do my Darth Vader impression.
Dun, 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 dun.
Look
I know what you're getting for Christmas. Oh no, Darth Vader! How can you possibly know what you're getting for me for Christmas? What I'm getting for Christmas, because you're not you're not Santa Claus, right? Luke, I just know what you're getting for Christmas. I don't understand how on earth you can.
How are you, Mo? You right, Mo? Where do we find this nutter? He moans at us talking about Madeleine McCann.
Yeah, wait, well, I'm getting to punchline then.
Yeah, I know. That's why I tweeted it.
He no longer has the high ground.
I have felt your.
Nah, someone could. Ollie says the Mad Mo Show. The Mad Mo Show. That's a good one, actually. Mad Mo Show.
I was actually going to let you do the punchline that time. Oh, you can do it now.
I did the punchline, but I were off chuffing screen, weren't I?
Yeah.
I have felt your presence. Luke, I have felt your presence. There you go. That was a punchline. Thank you very much, Wiz. Now you tell us one of your quality jokes without us all wanting to, like, unalive ourselves. You got
Electrodoc 1968.
Yeah.
There you go. That's my joke. I could. Was it? Wiz, can you go 47 minutes on the road stream yesterday? Why?
Can you go to 40? Oh, right. Okay. Hey, Mo, you got mentioned actually on Paul's stream with Richard Inman. Did you notice that? You got mentioned twice on Paul Thorpe's stream last night. Mo, you're back in the room. Mo, you're back in the room, mate. Yeah.
What was that?
Exactly. You were on Paul Thorpe's stream last night. You were mentioned by Paul Thorpe to Richard Inman last night. Twice.
Oh, was I?
Yes.
What?
Yes. He said Guardian Mo brought that up today. Relating to the Wizard stream. He didn't mention Wizard stream, like, see, yeah, Stain.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch him because I didn't.
It was when Richard Inman come on. It was if you want to, fast forward it.
Richard Inman.
I've got my teeth in, mate. I've got my teeth in.
People call him Richard Binman now.
Richard Binman. Oh, no, don't set that off as a chuffing clip.
Mate, he's mad at me now. Hope he's not watching. Hey, Yam, how you doing? Yeah, I'll say hello to Yam.
I'm just waiting for the thing to come up. There it is. Hit the wrong button then. Go to my history because I was watching it before.
Wow, what happens? Does somebody get mentioned? Do we get a mention on Richie and Rogue?
No, I think that when they're moaning about stuff, well, not moaning, but getting their grievances out. That's quite near the end as well. What did you say? What was it? 47th minute?
47 minutes, apparently.
I'm
not sure what to make of Richie and Rogue because, I mean, there is concern.
I don't know. Share screen. Well, it's currently on 46:51. Make sure if you can't hear it, let me know.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth, because that is what we want to do. We've had enough of people in politics polishing things and lying and nuanced things. Well, maybe this. No. That is the reality. Now, in the midst of all of this happening, within the last 48 hours, Rupert Lowe has launched Restore Britain.
He has indeed. And what an absolute explosion of joy that has had. Yeah. People are just so excited for it.
Yeah, I need to clarify here, though. No, by the way, we have not been paid by Restore Britain to do this.
Not at all. Right?
Because we've had many of you say on our social media, are you being paid by Restore Britain? Have you been paid by the Russians is another one.
Another one, I was like, what?
Have you been paid by Reform? Have you been paid? No. Nobody can buy us. Nobody can buy us. And I mean, nobody. Okay, so you need to know that. And it never happened because we believe in having the freedom not to censor ourselves, to tell the truth as it is. If you don't like it, that's fine. Go and listen to someone else. But we have to be integral and honest and authentic. So the release of Restore Britain has happened, and we know that Ben has come out yesterday made a statement saying about a merger. Now, I'm going to give you, if I may, Rogue, is that okay? Is that okay? My personal opinion.
You can give your personal opinion.
My personal opinion is, in conversations I've had, and I have to keep those conversations confidential, but in my opinion, from the conversations that I have had, there will not be a merger. There will not be a merger. Advance would have to fold. Advance would have to come under Restore Britain, and it would have to pass everything over, and it would have to literally hand everything over as a party to Restore Britain. Of course, they're not yet registered electoral commission, which is going to take a bit of time. However, there is hope. I know that Ben is speaking with college members, of which I once was. Well, in fact, I was the second one to become a college member, as far as I can remember, having discussions of how that's going to look and how that's going to work. But I have seen messages, and I have seen people correspond with one another on social media, and they are hoping that they would work together. Let me just tell you, because I don't want you to get your hopes up, it's not going to happen. The only way it's going to happen is if Advance UK, and I'm sorry to tell you this if you're really disappointed, but I'm telling you the truth. And time will show that I'm telling you the truth. They are not going to be able to work together. And so Advance would have to literally fold and merge and become part of Restore Britain. And whichever side of the fence you sit on, whatever your political ambition or your kind of flavour is, that's not for me to decide. It's not for me to tell you what to do either. I'm not telling you what to do. What we are continuing to do is to stand with people, parties, organisations, institutions, activism groups that stand on the right side of history, that are fighting for our freedoms, for our children, for our country, to shut our borders, to do all the things that we talk about on our broadcast here with the guests that we have on. We will continue to work with anybody, regardless of the party or the colour of their rosette, because we believe that the country is more important than a party role.
Absolutely. And I just want to talk about actually Paul Burgess as well. You know, that there was a college, you know, that is still going. I think there's only 17 people left on the college, but, you know, we had you and Paul on the college. You know, that's two of you that have now gone.
I mean, mine was for standing as a leader on it.
Absolutely.
So right,
but you know,
yeah.
how many meetings did you have whilst you were on the college?
One meeting.
One meeting. And what was your area of speciality?
Housing, justice. I think, housing and justice was mine.
And you only had one meeting?
There you go. I said that. Well,
justice.
What are you thinking now?
How many policies were made about justice that were called out on the live conference? How many about justice? None.
Well, there were loads. No ban on the swearing of the Quran. No foreign courts allowed, so no Sharia courts. People who are foreigners can't stand for parliamentary office. Then abolished the Equality Act 2010. Abolished the Human Rights Act 1998. Abolish IDLR. Yeah, there's so many things that are linked to the justice policy or justice system. But you don't need that many meetings on discussing justice in the college, because the first policy was immigration, so there's still a lot of things that need to be worked out.
Yeah, so maybe it was just a draft format of that. And then I think Richard left, didn't he? Didn't Richard leave about a week before the policies were announced? So maybe all in that week there were more discussions taking place with the college during that. I'm only spitballing here. Maybe there were more
possibly
matters brought up then, but he was out of the college, so you know.
I did watch the whole stream that Richie and Rogue made, that miscommunication between the team in London and Wales. It because of the distance, like you can't always meet up and talk and stuff, especially when people have limited time
or limited internet connection.
Or limited connection with Paul Burgess, Paul Burgess was saying the same thing as well, that Restore and Advance could not merge. He made it on his channel, so I plan to bring it up on the channel actually, just to bring up for a discussion. Even though I disagree with him, but it's still good to, talk about it.
We need him on the show. Wiz, are you awake? Wiz, write it down. Need him on the show. Ask him that question. Hadn't you left a week before the policies were set in motion or read out during the conference in London? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Can't believe, like, even now, after having all the blood tests and all the blooming police done the blood tests for the court case, and even at the beginning of the court case, they said we've established that Julia is not Maddie. We've got people going, I think Julia is Maddie McCann. I mean, no, get a life. No. And all the stuff that Julia Wandelt done on blooming Sean Atwood's show and God knows how many others, Break the Ice and that, she's literally fudged it all. She lied. You'll see in the videos that I've done with a couple of other people that, like, no, she's just a liar. It's all been fabricated. She hasn't got the eye thing. She looks nothing like her. It's just all rubbish. So please do not say Julia's Maddie. The police have established she is not.
Can you remember that, you know, near the end of Back to the Future 3, right? And remember that train, right? When it were pushing the DeLorean over, and then the DeLorean went and then it derailed itself on the lines in the future, and then that other steam locomotive that were pushing it. Can you remember what happened to that in the end? Can you remember that massive train crash that there was?
Oh no, it goes.
Yeah, and then Cheers, Scatty. You've put him back onto the chuffing Madeline McCann thing again, aren't you? I'm going to get muted again, aren't I? While I go on a tirade.
I don't know how they can say that about bloody Julia Wandelt. Get to my nerves. It's all been done. But Yam's physical catalogue of media, Sargon of Akkad, latest live at 9:29. He pretty much said, "F Northern Ireland, only say Britain." And Conor Thompson, latest video at 6:50. Do not expect a college.
Yeah, so, you know, well, if you say an F Northern Ireland, then that means we can't even get out of the EU properly, because if we say F to Northern Ireland, we can't get out of the EU, therefore we'll be staying in the ECHR, therefore we're unable to govern ourselves. It's an unelected party, basically, based in Brussels, that'll be running our country, therefore nothing's going to change, so...
Yeah, I think Yam's right, and Yam's a good guy. He's on my channel he's been on my channel for quite a long time now. But yeah, F Northern Ireland, that's not a good position to be in.
No.
You can't ignore Northern Ireland. No. That'd be a big red flag. And obviously with Connor, I spoke to you guys yesterday, like he says, do not expect a college, do not expect Restore to be democratic. There's a lot of red flags.
That's worrying.
Oh God, I wish we made more time for Craig. If Craig could come on.
Yeah, I know. Bummer.
Yeah, let me see if he's.
You can see all the times I'm live, Mo. If you sort with him to pop up again, we can all three of us to do that. Because I was saying that because Electrodoc will be on holiday. Not that we know he's on holiday, because he's never said he's been on holiday. He's hardly ever mentioned this about his holiday. But
we never wanted Electro on, anyways.
Yeah, he took it to heart. Someone said, "Mate, shut up, Electrodoc. Why don't you just go on holiday?" Like, all right, then, Benidorm.
I'll go and interview Paul Thorpe. Sod you.
Yeah, it'll be good, mate. It'll be good. Meet up with him.
You'll get the exclusive footage. Don't worry about it. I'll upload it to my Google Drive when I get back and share it with you. You're welcome to use that. Of course, I'll be commenting on it as well. So you know you can't really mute me then, can you? Featuring my news bit. That's if I meet him.
If you mod for Richard, tell him that I've emailed him. I've asked Paul to get hold of him for me as well, to see him about coming on the channel for a chat. That'd be good. So if you can throw something that way, it'd be good. It'd be good. See the new law on social media? You use real names only, no others. There are a couple of videos on it. I think it was 2027. I bloody hope not.
So we've got Chirac here as well. Look, as a member of Restore Britain, the greatest British party of all time, I would like to invite all the non-brainwashed advanced members to come on over, Valerie. Right. So maybe you could inform us of what kind of voting structure they've got in their party then, Chirac. If is it a voting structure that's now in Parliament at the moment? You know, how do the people vote on policies and whether or not they should be pushed up into Parliament? How does that work? Because we've got the college, that's how that works, and I'm unsure how Restore Britain's works. I'd like to know.
Yeah.
Can't tell you.
Grace, no, shut up. Just shut up about being related. No, she's not in any shape or form. They worked out.
Can we stop talking about Madeleine McCann? Let's focus on
I know.
Restore Britain.
When I see it, I'm like, did you have to write that? Because
no, you're way behind on the chat, by the way. You've really
screenshots.
You're really behind on the chat.
No, you haven't. Okay. You haven't got DNA results at all. You got fake screenshots. Go and look when I was talking to Danny from the Facebook page and all that, with all the work stuff she'd done. Real DNA results. And you can see where she's blanked it out and lied. So, yeah. Anyway. Right, where are anyone got any questions in the world? Oh, Friday Pants. It's funny, all the Ethernet seem to be supporting Restore. Laws and Tomlinson are both banging the Restore drum. Are they letting Rupert spend his money launching the party, then they come in and hijack it?
Yeah, possibly.
See, it never
I feel the people revolving around Rupert might just be a bit opportunistic. That's just the vibe that I'm getting. You know, Connor and I don't want to mention names, but I don't know.
See, it's his staff bubble. That's what I'm getting from it. Even Chirac.
His staff. Like,
yeah,
what staff?
Staff bubble.
I had a meeting with my staff about advance staff.
Yeah, the videos are on my channel, mate. The whole court case. I've gone through every single day. I've done a thing on the court case all the way through. So happy days. Watch it all, Electra Doc. Stop commenting when you only know half the story. When if you'd watched it all, you'd have got your answer. Yes, they had left before and explained in their opinion why.
Excuse me.
I've only 20 minutes.
We stopped it.
21 minutes.
I haven't seen it yet. There's only so many hours of YouTube that I can fit into a day. Most of that is me watching myself back so as I can laugh at myself, right? And I'm here to learn, yeah, just as we're here to teach what we know. I will always say I think or I don't know, but here's my opinion, yeah? If the answer I'm giving is to that case, yeah? So, yeah. Now, look, we're on McCann.
Yeah, because her parents did not refuse. Her mum turned around to Julie Wandout and said, yes, do a DNA test. You pay for it. I will do it. Julie Wandout was like, uh-oh. And then she never done anything. McCann's, they're just like, what's the point? Because they know more than what they're letting on. So they're not going to waste time, effort and money. But the police done one before the court case and established she is absolutely nothing to do with the McCanns in any shape or form. So, Grace, I don't know anything about DNA. I was simply trying to offer an alternative. Yeah, I seem to be quite knowledgeable on the facts, Grace. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, yeah, I believe she's dead as well. And even Matey said that. Matey? No. Anyway, right, where are we? Back onto the... I sure will pass it on to Richard tonight. Brilliant, mate. I might be watching because I have subscribed to his channel and that, so I do watch bits of his stuff and that. So, but yeah, I've started to watch him more. I had watched him before, to be fair, but I was like, subscribed, but I didn't have the notifications and all that on. Do you know what I mean? But now I have to make sure, like, but he does like in the morning, and I'm still messing around with. My morning brew and God knows what when he goes live. So sometimes I'm a bit slow to see that in the morning, but oh, there you go. Carol and Georgina says, I've heard Jeremy Clarkson may join Restore.
Where from?
Connor Tomlinson and Carl Benjamin are both involved in Restore Britain, says Yams.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're saying. Yeah. Are they whispering into Rupert's ear? Because it wouldn't happen in the college, you see. They'd be in.
That's fine, Grace. I know.
Yeah, they'd be in the college, and then they would be policed by other college members plus us. Yeah.
It could go really wrong for Restore, though, couldn't it? There don't seem to be any code of conduct anywhere. Yeah, that's what I saw. I think he posted that up on.
Yeah, but I think they were
that as well.
Those 50,000 members were already, part of Restore Britain as a movement. So it kind of just sort of pulling the wool over your eyes by saying, "Oh, now we've got 50,000 members." Yeah, because you had them in Restore's movement. You know what I mean? They've just transferred them over. Yeah, there you go. What Mr. Waffle says there. Yeah.
Yep. Yam again. Yam, you're doing well here. All your messages, I'll click on it.
The college is advanced, without the college,
exactly
it's just
what Mo said earlier.
Yeah, it's just a member of parliament of Ben Habib, standing without the college. That's our communication route as well, which is also what Restore Britain's got. So this is all we need to know. Is he going to be keeping the college?
I've seen that pop a few times as well, Julia. Don't feel confident about Rupert's team. Time will tell. It really could go diddies up for Restore if Lords and Tomlinson get their feet under the table.
I mean, Advance UK have got 45,000 members-ish. As true, the party's been formed. Come on board, yeah? That's 45k-ish. So, so we're not that far behind Rupert anyway. So, plus we've got all the candidates already kind of lined up, from what Ben was saying. With Paul Thorpe, they're already councillors and all sorts. So, well, look at Nick Buckley. He's a perfect example there.
It's crazy. I don't know. I'm still going to have to wait. It's going to take at least, what do you reckon, at least a week or two for all this to settle and then for people to talk. And even once they've spoken, though, it doesn't mean anything's going to happen. Even if Rupert and Ben Habib sat down and spoke, I bet you they'll be like, okay, let's meet again in a week or let's meet again in 2 weeks. Nothing's going to be done there and then, is it?
Don't know. Well, they're supposed to be going round table this week at some point, possibly Wednesday, from what I gather from Paul's interview from yesterday afternoon, I think it was.
That was one that Waffle said, didn't it? They've had members since June last year.
Yeah, exactly. When it were a movement, yeah. It just transferred them over to party members.
So the members who were part of the movement are transferred over. So,
exactly.
So it's not like it's like,
look how many members we've suddenly got now.
It's blowing way out of proportion. Like they didn't just explode in membership all of a sudden. These fucking idiots. And a large chunk of them were advanced supporters, and they jumped over to Restore.
Yeah. There's also going to get some from Reform as well. Some grassroots members of Reform, so same as Advance UK have. In fact, we've still got some in the college who were originally from Reform, such as Paul Thorpe, as a classic example.
Lots of people from Reform,
especially since Nigel Farage has started showing his true colours.
Yeah, the guy I first interviewed, he got sacked. Edward got sacked by Farage live on TV because he said that people from certain African countries have a lower IQ, which is true. I mean, that's a fact, is it not?
I watched the African helicopters that they make, mate. Are you seeing them? The flying contraptions that they make, made from sticks and bits of finger knitting.
Oh, that's world class.
They're like launching folks off Hendrick Cliff and stuff. It's like Red Bull the soapbox, not soapbox, the Red Bull Flutog, where they throw themselves into that river like with a flying machine. They're just built like that.
Yeah, well, the blades are probably made of sticks as well. They just go flying off.
Yeah. Bicycle powered.
Yeah.
That probably will split the vote.
Locomotion.
Excuse me. Locomotion. But yeah, you're probably right there, yeah. It probably will split the vote of
yeah. Advance and
the
Restore
honours.
need to emerge properly with the college which is needed. Absolutely spot on, yeah.
Yeah.
It will be a split in the vote.
I think Ben's nice, but when it comes to business, he wouldn't have been a multimillionaire by being easy walkover, Mr. Nice Guy. I bet he's got a ruthless streak, and he knows, you know, he's a man that stick by his convictions, I expect.
Yeah. Well, same in the first part of the interview when you're shown that Paul Thorpe and Ben Habib talking. You know, Ben Habib said Rupert knows the structure of the advanced party. You know, he knows all that. You know, so there's still that to hold on to. Rupert already knows that there's a college involved and what the structure is and all that. And then, of course, we got, what's his name? I can't think of his name now. Howard Cox. He came up with that idea, same as what we came up with, you know, to have like a proxy party, still with the structure as it is. That, you know, Advance UK's vote will go towards Restore Britain, if you know what I mean, but still keep it. If it's like that, that's not a problem at all. With me, in my eyes, that's no problem at all. You know, still got that communication link, and yeah.
Yeah, you're right there, Pouncy. It's a bit weird. You never see Advance UK Mintra anywhere, do you? So, yeah. How do you get the name out? About MSM and everyone is silent.
We've been a party for the last 2-3 months. There are people on the streets going around posting leaflets, etc. Of course there are. I think even Mo's done some, haven't you, Mo?
Done what?
You've gone out posting some leaflets for Advance, haven't you?
Yeah, I did that for one day. I've been a bit too busy recently, so I haven't done any.
Yeah,
and plus the weather as well.
Yeah,
if the weather's shit, I can't. The weather's been so shit these past few weeks. I can't leave it for nothing.
Yeah.
Think about this.
Yeah, but what do I? Yeah, but what do I do now? What do I do now when Restore Britain is here?
Well,
I just don't know, man.
We've got to keep supporting Advance UK basically for this hopeful merger whereby they keep the party intact. Yeah.
But they might not merge.
They might not merge.
Well, this is a pessimist view. There's always an optimist view, right?
Merger.
I'm optimistic.
No, I feel like I'm more inclined to go with Ben and put my faith and trust in Ben, because Ben has been with us all along. He's been to the United Kingdom marches. He's he signed the pledge. He's been here all along, and I was disappointed with him actually before he resigned Reform and he just kind of did his own thing, because like we were all waiting for someone to make a move and to start a party. We were waiting on Andrew Bridgen, we were waiting on Rupert Lowe, and then Ben took a long time, but finally he made it. So yeah. I stick with Ben.
Yeah,
I support Ben.
If Ben just, you know, if Ben joined Restore Britain, then I don't think there'd be much of a choice. It'd have to be vote for Restore. If Ben was to join there and just let the party go, it's obvious that he's reluctant to do that. And I trust Ben. I trust his judgment. You know, I think it would have to be an X for Restore in that particular scenario. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I think
isn't
need to kind of prepare ourselves for that eventuality, because otherwise, what else are we going to vote for? Not bother voting again. So then whoever gets in. Yeah. Well, no, not probably, because we did that before, and Labour got in. Labour got in then, didn't they? You're gonna have to.
It's not what I've invested in, and at this point,
yeah, well, you're very.
If anything happens to Advance and it ceases to exist, then I'm stepping back, and I'll still talk about politics, what's going on, but I won't be giving a vote to anyone. I'll have to think.
Well, at least look into our Restore votes. You know, in their particular think tank or whatever it is that they do, because we haven't even looked into that, have we? You know what I mean?
Oh,
what do you mean you don't want to? That's stubborn. Can't just be stubborn.
No, I don't like Rupert Lowe, so
Well,
that's
I
like
know,
me
but
saying, like, I don't like romantic love novels. Let me go and buy one and read it. I mean, I'm just not going to do it. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, no, don't like it.
yeah, but if
not
Ben
my cup of
Habib
tea.
puts his, if Ben Habib, you trust Ben Habib, if Ben Habib was to put his trust into Rupert Lowe and leave, Advance UK, and then go and, because that's his only option that he's got, even if he's just an independent MP in there, yeah, then surely more emphasis should be put towards trusting Rupert Lowe, because Ben Habib trusts
Really,
him,
no.
and we trust Ben Habib. Okay, fair enough. You're very stubborn. Obviously, I still
No,
got to work a bit.
it's because it's not what I initially invested in, and then I invested in Advance UK, and then if Ben says whatever and goes there, then fair play to him. Like, he's going to do what's right for the country and the people, and I get that. But that's still not what I initially invested in. So I'm going to be like, hang on a minute, I'm not rushing.
Yeah, but you've also got to think that if you don't vote Restore Britain, then your grandkids have more of a chance of having to wear a burqa in the future. That's
one, no, they won't, and two, I'm still not going to vote if that's the way it goes initially, unless I see something beforehand that makes me want to vote.
Yeah,
but I assumed my next vote was going to be for Ben Habib or an advanced councillor. So if that's not the case, I need to see why and see what the other options are, and then I need to step back and think about it, because
exactly.
Like, it's taken me up to this age now to actually invest in a political party and actually join it. First time ever, and now I'm getting shat on because it's going to be Restore Britain.
Yeah, well, that's only in that particular scenario anyway. We're not at that scenario stage just yet. So, let's, I think we just need to remain positive that Advance UK is going to remain as a party, and that it's just going to become like a proxy party, like Howard Cox has mentioned to Richard Inman, from what I've gathered.
Yeah, we're seeing. I mean, it's not what I've initially intended. Then chances are I'm just going to have to wait and see. So, good afternoon, taxi driver. Hope you're well. Just tuned in. Happy days. Yeah, it's a bit of a long one today. I don't know where all this verbal diarrhea is coming from, but we've been talking, and there's just a lot to talk about, isn't there? Everyone's gone peach tongue. Everyone's got different views. Everyone's view is their own, as is their opinion, and they're valid. So it's good to discuss them.
I'd suggest to certain people to stop laughing us off the stage and stuff like that, and to stop calling us a loser just because we're back in Advance UK at the moment. Yeah, I'd suggest that you stop doing that, because that's going to just turn us off even more. You know what I mean? I've noticed a regular little loving troll, as there you go.
Is that Chirac's good at that. Anyone that joined Reform Movement and do not want to be a member of Reform Pod need to email them and demand they get removed from the list.
Yeah.
Great leaders get chosen, bad leaders push for power and money, and not so great leaders. Ben would be a great leader. The fact he doesn't want to be a leader puts him, he meant Restore, not Reform. The fact that he doesn't want to be leader and he's not power hungry probably makes him come across as a more attractive person to lead. It's those that really want the power and the ego and that, like Rupert Lowe. Hang on a minute.
The entire party was created with Rupert Lowe in mind, so
Yeah, if it started off like that and then I invested in that, then we wouldn't be here, would we? But for some reason he didn't want to, and I reckon it's to do with the college and the fact to get voted out. And being what his past history says about him, he don't like it. I think he wants it like Farage.
Yeah.
It's looking that way, mate, isn't it? Yeah, I'd love to get a refund.
The merch. You're on the fence, but you're definitely not on the fence about the merch.
Also, our membership, if they did decide to join Restore, if they did decide to join Restore, then our membership money that we paid for Advance UK should actually go, into becoming a member of Restore. I believe that's on the playing tables as well, on the table.
Yeah, that's where I'll demand a refund.
All right, fair enough. Well,
because we still have the receipts, like on your Advanced UK account. The receipts are still there, so it's still digitalized.
Yeah, I believe if the party was completely to fold, then we'd get £1 refunded. That's if it completely, went bankrupt.
Yeah, but they won't refund VAT though. We still have to. We can't get a VAT refund. That's the shit part.
Well, of course you can't. All governments want tax. All governments want tax, don't they?
Yeah, Mr. Waffle. Don't see Ben beating Rupert in the general election, unfortunately. As much as I support Ben in advance, Rupert has such a big following. Will Ben stick with advance or join Restore?
This is the question. This is the question. This is that we're only spitballing here. This is the question. You know, yeah.
If an early general election is called, Reform will have to come in for a term. But Farage said they're only 50% ready, so hopefully it doesn't happen too quick. So, but yeah, I think a lot of people understand that it's going to wipe out the Labour and Conservatives, isn't it? With Reform.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's even a good thing, but
depending on how long it is, because I mean, the momentum for Restore and Advance, who knows? But yeah.
I mean, the left are about coalition anyway, aren't they? Together. Not that they'll ever get any policies through, because all of them disagree with every one of each one. I mean, look at Polanski. I mean, it is like, you know, his other politicians are all people who don't like Jews and don't like gay people, and Polanski is both of those, isn't he? So they're never going to be able to agree on anything when they get in power, if they get in power. God forbid. And I'm an atheist. Yeah.
Ben said he removed the border. Did he?
Yeah.
Remove the border.
Yeah, that's.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's keeping the Northern Ireland in the EU. That particular border is. Yeah. And it's also charging people from Northern Ireland a hell of a lot of postage from the UK over to Northern Ireland because they're still in the EU, because that's where Nigel left them. You know, this is exactly why Ben Habib left Reform UK, because he had a disagreement with Nigel Farage over Northern Ireland not being out of you know, still in the EU. He fell out with him because of that, and he left, and then set up Advance.
I think you're right there, Ollie. Labour, Conservative, and he putting out of business, and if that means a term of Reform to lay some groundwork down the next election, it's better than this now.
No one's heard anything about Northern Ireland from Rupert Lowe neither, which is something else I'm reiterating from earlier on this stream.
Yeah, if they just believe BBC Pouncy, then won't be tied them. No, our party speaks of Northern Ireland. I don't think his meltdown was treacherous. He was just saying that what's his name? Rupert Lowe's got an ego and blah, 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 which a lot of other people agree with. Have a look at the thing in the Guardian on Advanced UK. That bad. Guardian, what? Yeah. The Guardian actually written something?
Yeah, well, Guardian's a leftist newspaper anyway, against anybody who's against the establishment. So obviously, I think there's only one. Is it Daily Telegraph that's a right-leaning party, a right-leaning news source? I think Daily Telegraph, something like that.
Oh,
Times, is it?
They're one of them. Flip-floppy.
Yep.
I think it's the Daily Express you're talking about.
I don't know, it might be. I don't really read newspapers. I read Facebook, mate. I read Facebook.
What's it called? The policies and that he's come out with, something like the halal and ban the burqa and that. You know, he's just stolen all that from Advance UK.
Yeah. I mean, with kosher, I think they're actually kosher about how they say prayers in front of the animals, but I've seen evidence that they don't do that with halal. They actually take the pee out of the animals before they kill them, from what I've seen anyway. As for kosher, I don't know. There hasn't really been a great deal of secretive detective work within those particular slaughterhouses. And also, Rupert Lowe did say on British soil, he said, ban halal and kosher slaughter on British soil, right? So that doesn't mean that they can't ship it in from, like, you know, Gaza or wherever, or Israel or something. That doesn't mean that. That just means none on British soil. However, if he's on about getting rid of the illegals, no, you're still going to have the legal Muslims here, aren't you? So I don't know.
Yeah. Don't we all have to do what's right for the country regardless of our personal feelings, hurt egos, legitimate grievances, etc.? Of course. There's going to be
yeah.
That's what I said. It's going to be that element when it comes to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, in the next election, it'll be like, oh, well, it has to be reformed because no one else would actually get the votes to wipe out the Labour and Conservatives, isn't it? But
yeah,
I'm like an elephant. I never forget though. So, you know, I don't really want to vote for reform. So will I? I don't know. When the time comes, don't know. People advance, if they do whatever a restore, will I vote for them? Don't know. At this point, genuinely, I don't know. So, what would you do, Guardian, if you had to vote? Are you thinking
what
like,
vote? As in a general election was tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, would you look for the reform, and then if there was one, say, in 6 months' time, and Restore Britain were looking good, would you then think, oh, I'd vote for them instead?
Okay, so there's two questions. So if a general election was tomorrow, and if a general election was 6 months, okay.
Yep.
If a general election was tomorrow, I'd vote for Advance. If it was in 6 months, I can't answer your question.
Because you don't know Advance.
Because I don't have the information to right now to judge how I would carry myself in 6 months. But if there was an election tomorrow, I'd vote for Advance because I know, you know, reform of great people, and you feel like the only option right now, if there were a GE tomorrow, would be reform. But it's almost as if you're giving them a ticket of validation. You're giving them that validation that they can take your vote and use it and abuse it however they like. That's my issue. And with reform especially, this party is... I think reform is even more dangerous than Labour. Trust me when I say that. Reform, when they get into power, they're going to be completely disastrous. They might make a few good changes, but I just think everything's going to go to shit when reform get in after about 3 months. Because people, especially the people who voted for reform, their adrenaline is up here because everyone's so hopeful. You know, everyone is pinning their hope and their inspiration out of reform, and then when they don't perform, it just sinks down low, and then there's civil war on the streets. People start smashing, but that's how smashing windows. That's how I foresee it. Seriously. Reform are really dangerous.
No matter what, if Advance wasn't in the picture, then the two best parties between Restore and Reform, 100% Restore. Yeah. 100%.
No, but Restore weren't a party back then.
No, they weren't back then. No, but I mean, you know, looking on, they're still a better party than Reform are. It's just been infiltrated by you know what, and
they'll probably be just as
Conservatives. Yeah, and the Conservatives.
I
think our only issue.
I think they'd be worse. I think they'd be worse.
Yeah, our sorry, I just lost my train of thought then due to a message from Chirac. What's he saying? Where's Doc Mo? It's going off screen.
This guy's a troll.
Of all time. You know, going to be restored.
This guy's a troll.
He's funny. When I say I'm investing,
that's what makes him so difficult. Thanks very much for reading my message on screen. I love you guys. Thank you very much. That makes him so difficult. You know what I mean? That's what makes him so bloody difficult to deal with. You think I want to boot this lad off, and then he says, "Oh no, but I love you really." gonk. Sorry, Wiz, carry on.
Yeah, I bet he has been. I bet he's been banned. No.
It doesn't help that he's doing all capital letters, you see, because his messages are this big,
Shouting.
and we've got like only this much of chat, so his message takes up this much, and then one or two more
That's
chats,
what,
and that's it. It's off
trolls
screen.
do to get the attention.
Exactly.
They're very much like Rupert Lola. They got ego issues, and they think it's all about them.
Craving attention, you gonk womble. Yeah.
So.
Wizard words, heads up, that bloke Chirac is a troll. You see? He has been banned on several channels and I moderate for my friend. Yeah, but it tells us there is.
Yeah, I don't like him in any party. It's a principle getting your money back because it's not been invested in. And it's more than that because you got 20 to sign up, then you got your t-shirt, your mug, and all the other merch you buy. But no, it's a principle. Like, why would you have, like, would you pay, say, £30 for a pair of jeans, and then when you get sent a jacket, you think, okay, I'll keep it? Well, no, because you need a pair of bloody jeans, mate. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think that's the best analogy, but okay.
I know, but it's just what popped in my head. I was just like, but you're not getting what you're paying for. That's what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean?
Or like you originally bought a belt, but then you got given jeans. No, I need that belt because I need to put it around my waist. Instead, you got a pair of jeans.
Like ordering a video recorder and getting a video cassette. I need the video recorder to put the video cassette into you. Yeah.
But you always have to buy a time machine to go back to needing a video recorder, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah. No, I've got plenty up in my. I'm an ex-TV engineer, mate. How many broken videos do you think I've got in my loft? I've probably got enough video recorders up there to like set up the beginnings of Blockbuster again.
Early general election being called because none of the other parties are ready, is what was said by Andrew Brookton.
Yeah, well, they're not ready either. Yeah, not yet. Yeah, and they've still got 2 months to catch up with Advance UK. They're more forward than Restore Britain is as a party. Yeah, because they still haven't crossed the T's and dotted the I's for their application form.
Yeah, that's what they should do. Party pants, literally, just get rid of. Allow, full stop. Don't allow it, don't import it, just don't do anything. And then if they're Muslim and they have to have it, then you live in the East for that sort of stuff. They seem to like bring everything from the East and want it here, so that they shouldn't have any problem going back, should they? Even though they come here to escape it, but then force it on us. But, you know.
Well, I think to address Party Pants' point, I think like, if you're dealing with the distribution, the whole scale distribution of halal meats and its sources, like a lot of restaurants and fast food chains, they depend on these sources. So it's about bringing back British culture, agriculture and farming and the food industry that is pro-British, that the chickens and the hens and the cows and the lambs, they're reared ethically, they're ethically sourced, and they're taken good care of. You have to bolster that up whilst you diminish the distribution of halal and eventually ban it. It's not as simple as you think. It has to be a two-pronged approach.
There you go, Drew Lang, correct. My sentiments exactly.
So I'm trying to make sure because we're going, you're an idiot and Chirac and all that. So I'm trying to avoid all that. I don't want to put it up on screen. I've been banned on 3 channels by the same evil channel wrecking witch. Get over it, you rotten trout. Go Chirac. That's funny. Yeah, reform definitely not an option for me. Yeah, see, a lot of people think that. What else is going on there? Is there anything else? I mean, are we going to wrap it up? I can't believe how long we've been going. Blimey. Yeah, it's all getting whatever. So yeah, happy days. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, I looked at the clock and it was 3 hours, 33 minutes, 33 seconds. What are the odds of me looking at it exactly? Yeah. So yeah, all the praise.
There were only Mo who brought his own packed lunch today, as always.
Yeah, I don't really eat during the day. I just have my din-dins. Have my din-dins, mate. Have my dins.
Yeah. I'm still going
Yeah,
on.
oh my God, I do feel it though.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, that's a good chat, that. So
we're
I'm on my
also...
own tomorrow then, am I? Because you're off to Benidorm, you're off to work, and I'm going to be sat here doing the do, talking the talk.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
There you go. You can do another Madeline video while that's happening, or whatever.
Rupert Lowe tomorrow.
Rupert Lowe tomorrow. Yeah, there you go.
And then Wednesday is about Keir Starmer being possibly ousted by Angela Rayner and Streeting, but I'm sure there'll be still some talk about reform and restore and advance.
If you can keep the Facebook thing, up, keep them updated as well. Keep the Facebook thing updated. It's supporting Ben Habib, that one. And then the other one.
I've been on Facebook for a while, actually.
All you need to do is just put up, over on the Wizard Words, join us live, have your Q&A read out, and then just post a link, and then your thumbnail normally covers all the subjects that you're doing. That's all you really need to do. That's what I've started doing anyway. So yeah. And then the other group, they've actually changed their name to Restore Plus Advance UK Supporters Group, something like that. They've changed their name. Yeah, it was Advance UK Supporters Group. They've changed it, but that one does get a little bit more engagement because that one's a public group, the other one's a private group, so it does get a bit more engagement.
So let's keep it public, really.
Yeah,
but then again, we've got time for trolls.
But the public one was the one that I was having issues with, where they kept removing the live links that I kept putting up. You know what I mean? Despite explaining what the channel's doing, the moderators they just took them down. Thinking it was self-promotion. It's not self-promotion. It's about promoting Advance UK, which is what they're all about. So I did try and raise that, but apparently their admins are off for 9 weeks. So don't know what's going on there.
Mo, next Monday, anything pops in your head, like topic-wise or anything that you want to discuss, let me know in an email. And then if I need to bring anything up on screen or whatever, I can do. But just because like you're coming over and say on Monday with Mo, don't go thinking that you don't get a say in the topic discussion. So please just email me and say, oh, I wouldn't mind talking about this. So it's not a problem, mate. So. I'm so nice. He's like, yeah, I'm ignoring you, Wiz.
Look, well, if Craig Walton comes on now, and then we extend it for another hour and a half.
No, I messaged Craig. I told him we come on Monday. Come together on Monday every 1 p.m. And I'll send him the link. He just has to text me, just a heads up. Yeah. And we can talk. We should definitely talk.
Yeah, I won't be on then neither, because when I fly back, I'll be flying back next Monday. So you'll be without me, unfortunately.
Unfortunate. No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Whatever.
Any topic, Mo. Anything that pops in your head, mate. If it's something you want to chat, or it might be even 2 topics that you want to chat, just email me and let me know. If there's anything you want, put them in an email and say, bring this one up.
No, I'll see if Craig is up for it next Monday, and then I'll text him the day before, see if it's available. But we should get together and talk about Restore. Yeah, but then the problem is, I mean, politics can escalate within like a week. Feels like 5 years. So a week in politics can escalate really quickly. So
and on the other side of that, a week in Benidorm is going to go like that, isn't it? It's going to feel like a night. I know it will.
Don't sleep, mate. Just don't sleep.
Don't sleep. We'll go out raving all
night.
No,
just sleep on the beach. Just sleep on the beach.
Yeah. Sleep in Paul's shed. Yeah. Hey, you never know. I might even manage to upload my video, of which you're both welcome to pick apart if you want to. And also, I can kind of still be present on the show while I'm interviewing Paul. That's if I remember to take my camera out and stuff, or I run into him while I've got my camera with me. Yeah.
Are you doing a live or is it pre-recorded?
No, it'll be pre-recorded, but if I can upload it from the hotel's Wi-Fi, I'll do that to my channel, and then you two can just feature that, you know, in your channel. I don't mind, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Happy
And then I'll still kind of be here. You know what I mean? It'll be lovely. I'll still be here.
It'll be lovely.
Bugging, yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, but it'll be good, mate. It'll be good. Happy days. Right. Okay, let's round it up. Blimey, 3 hours, 40 minutes. My word, lads.
There you go.
Yeah,
My
mate.
word.
Gotta end
That's
it.
crazy long. What happened there? Yeah, that end it. We're all just going to.
It's supposed to be doing a 24-hour stream anyway for pounds, you remember?
Yeah, how about no? But it's all been good, ladies and gents. Thank you all for watching. It's been absolute marvelous stream, which has gone on for literally ever. Thanks to Slim and Yams for the super chats. We appreciate it. Living the dream. And thanks to everyone else. I'm not going to go through the names because there's actually loads of you in the chat. But thanks to all of you. But like I say, at the end of every single blooming video that I do, that is the Wizard's words.
See you.